The illusion's gone. What up, black people? How y'all guys doing? If you're not black, that's cool too. We here for another Blaxcellence, the blackiest of black shows out there. I don't know if I should use that vernacular, but I'm going to, because we're all about being your authentic self here. Now, you're joined with me as per usual, but due to unforeseen circumstances, you know, both parents went to go out and get some milk, and I don't know if they come back. I'm joined by two lovely guests over there. One's light skinned, so we'll take that today. But the other one.
His name's Corday Snell, everybody. That's the... Oh
yeah, right. We introduced ourselves. My bad, man. So I'm Corday Snell. Hey,
he
man.
set me up. I just set you up because he says I'm the light skin, but really, I'm the blackest of all here.
That's a damn lie. All right. It's always the light skinned motherfuckers who I want to say they're the blackest one here.
Can I put this on? Is that illegal?
No.
Is that illegal?
Put that shit down. Also, right here looks like you're a clan member. Looks like that's
I could get waves.
No.
At least I know what it's for.
No.
I need the spray.
Don't do that.
It's not spray. It's not spray.
You guys are letting me do this.
Huh?
I'm surprised you didn't slap this out of my mouth.
Well, I was thinking about it.
I figured.
Yeah.
It's pretty offensive. I don't know. Maybe I'm just doing...
People smoke black and mild. It's all right. It's all right.
That's your Shannon Scarp? Wow.
Take it out.
It's making me more southern.
Take it out.
I'm trying my best to ignore discrepancies between everything.
Hey, Skip.
Don't do that. Don't start doing that.
What? I can do an okay impression. Skip, come on, Skip.
But yes, thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for the shirt compliments. I got my summer colors out because the hot's coming out. Got a variety of different colors you might see on the Blaxcellence. That's it. I thank y'all guys for joining me. Thank you for having another lovely black face on the show. And Sammy's here too.
And this motherfucker said,
Look,
hey.
But Corday, before we get into, I got plenty of questions for you, and love to just.
Why are you black?
Yes, actually.
Well, you know, when two black people come together, and one person's light skinned, the other one's dark skinned, they come together. Usually, one pigmentation takes over the other. So my mom was very light skinned, my dad is very dark skinned, and my pigmentation took over to the black side, the dark side.
It's like printer ink.
No, it's more like a Venom symbiote.
Yeah,
got
there
it.
you go. There you go.
I was thinking like seeing yellow and magenta, but it's more of a.
I've always wondered why there's so many different colors. It comes out just as black ink. That's always was the. But it's black ink in it. Never mind. Bad analogy. Never mind.
That's a very bad analogy.
Terrible. But no, we got a variety of show today. It's one of them ones where there's, not a bunch of the news, but there's stuff to talk about. Yeah. But also, because anytime we get a new black person on the show, on the mic, I love to get to know a little bit about them, a little bit about their culture, a little bit about their background, a little bit about their experience. And, Gertie, if you don't mind me asking, how many times have you been to Austin?
First time,
right? That's what I thought. So there's a couple of experiences you had while you were here.
Yeah.
So we're going to get into all of that, but don't worry. I'm going to do my best to make sure that I am making up for the absence of a third black person. I'll just
hold on.
Charge up my powers.
Sorry. I am referencing this to Tommy. Could you please read that last text for me? I can't. I don't believe it. Just read it for me. Sorry, I don't mean to interrupt, but there's no other way I can say it. Read it out loud. Decree from Tommy.
I'm giving you a one-day black pass today. That includes one bad impression and one nigga.
Okay, so I got the Shannon Sharp out the way.
So
I've already burned that one.
And if you say the other, I gotta slap you. I'm not agreeing with Tommy.
Exactly.
I know. I used to have it once.
Don't let your one black friend get you in trouble with the N-word pass. All right, that's what people fuck up. Okay?
Hey, but if he's darker than you, is he allowed to distribute it?
Same level of darkness. Same level of darkness. No.
It's like from light skin to dark skin.
Yeah.
Look,
you have the same powers across the board.
Yeah.
But that's it.
Actually, I really want to say it though.
No, you don't.
I really want to say the N-word a lot. No, I'm kidding.
But I
new trailer?
I don't. There's a trailer out yet?
No. I'm saying N-word. That's new. Never mind. Just
because
new trailers. The N-word he's talking about.
Gotcha.
No, we're waiting. We heard through nefarious source and another N-word, nefarious sources, that the Captain America trailer is coming out tonight.
Yeah,
that seems wrong because they usually do them at like 6 a.m. So
he said it was gonna drop any time today, so it'll probably drop tomorrow or some shit.
I bang on it being tomorrow.
No. Yeah. Well.
Because, I mean,
I just wanted to
it's just like the Black Captain America to show up late.
Hey, I'm just saying, Tommy gave me permission, so you guys can take it up with him.
I don't give a flying fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But that said, we got things to look forward to, shit to talk about. I'm going to try and hit a variety of different subjects today. But let's start off with just what my life's going on. It took a little bit to get my energy going today because I was eating clean and healthy and all that shit. And once you start doing that, body's all like, damn, we were hocked up on sugar and bad shit.
Yeah.
I felt energized. I had a bowl of, this. I made some chicken chili. The whole meal prep, did the whole 9.
Yeah.
And when you get to the end of a meal and you're like, yeah, I was healthy. That's exactly what happened. That tasted like food.
Yeah, yeah.
That entered my body.
Yeah.
And
We've been eating like 12-year-olds because I had to feed him, and so we went through a Costco pack of chicken nuggets already. That was mostly me, to be fair. I made him pancakes, bacon, 3 days in a row. I had ramen. You haven't had a ramen
I
yet.
haven't had ramen yet.
But yeah, I made him bacon and eggs. We've literally just been eating, and then he's got a slice of carrot cake.
Oh, yeah.
Some Bluebell ice cream. I told him to get some Bluebell ice cream. Oh shit, we got real sugar Dr. Peppers.
Yeah.
He's never had that. I've never had that. I don't think either.
no, Dr. Pepper with the, in it.
Yeah,
The glass. Yeah.
Yeah, oh, okay.
In the glass. I might go crack them open
glass,
actually
yeah,
because I don't have
glass.
a beverage. We drank a whole case of Gatorade already. I bought it Monday.
What's funny is I feel like if it's in your house, Gatorade's one of the easiest things to drink.
Yeah.
Because in your brain, you're somewhere between. It's not a soda, even though it has a lot of sugar.
Yeah.
And
And
it's like
salt.
it's salt, and you're like, but it's not water.
Yeah.
So I'd rather have that than like a lot of other things. We keep Gatorade in our house.
Yeah.
See, I don't because I'll drink them like that instead of just drinking water.
No, Michaela
not
will
good.
knock back. Well, and she goes for the red dye. She goes for the red dye for it.
yeah,
She's looking at that, and she'll kick that back.
Dude, I mean, I don't have snacks in my house. I feel bad for him because I don't have snacks. Because if I have snacks, I'm gonna eat all the snacks. But I got him voodoo chips because it's hard to get over there in California. So I've almost cracked into his voodoo chips like 4 times, and I just made waffles.
I forgot they was up there. And then I saw him right before we started the podcast. I was like, oh shit, I do got this.
That's how I do last night.
Oh no, I've had my on it since he brought it. I was like, I don't even like voodoo chips that much. This is the vinegar and the salt and vinegar because it's all the flavors mixed. I don't like that part, but I'll still eat it because I love snacking. I love snacking and I can't not stop. But we've been eating like children. He beat Diddy Kong Racing in like 8 hours in one session.
Yeah,
He picked up my save. I only had one Whiz Pig medallion. He got the other ones beat all the time.
Sounds like y'all guys have just had a long ass sleepover.
Pretty much.
Basically, yeah.
Pretty much.
Those are the best times to hang out.
Right.
And how much longer are you here for? Till the end of the weekend or you go back tomorrow?
The week I'm deciding because I was supposed to initially go back on Monday, but I was planning to hit up like a comedy club in Houston. But since they're still with a power outage, might leave it Saturday.
Cool.
Yeah, Saturday, Sunday.
You're trying to work with Donnell Rollins.
So, yeah,
And
trying to
he's
work-
still doing the show, but you're like, is there power at this comedy club?
Yeah,
They don't know.
Now, I don't perform where there's no AC.
yeah.
That's just some principle
So, yeah.
of mine. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. That said,
It's like you perform.
That's a good one. That's good.
I mean, now look, I'm not trying to have the pastor, dark Southern pastor,
Yeah.
sweating from a fucking. No, I'm good.
You could just get a silk.
The moment I start sweating, if I'm on a stage, the moment I start sweating, gospel shit starts playing. It shit gets weird, man. I don't like it. Start being like, I'd be saying fucking a performance. Be doing I'm thinking of acting because I used to be
Yeah.
a theater artist.
Oh,
Like,
gotcha.
yeah, real theater artist. I'll be doing a performance. I'm be like, why is he elongating and speaking about God? I'm just weird.
James Brown it, man. Just sweat
James
all
Brown
your
it.
pores.
Let it sweat.
Still one of the
Drip.
best
Dripping.
gifts ever when he just.
Oh, he raises his head.
That's how it works. But
We need another James Brown that's not Bruno Mars. Gambling debt.
Right. True.
He's not black. It's technically not black. Not Blaxcellence
No.
topic.
I mean,
He's Filipino.
yeah.
And like kind of Jewish, I think. Like piece of
I thought
Jewish
I
in there.
remember somebody said he might have been mixed, but he wasn't. I was
No,
like,
well, he's mixed with like
No,
I
but
think
black.
part Jewish,
Black. But he's
part
not.
Filipino,
Yeah.
some sort of probably some Spaniard.
Bruno's for the people. He gets
Exactly,
to.
for the people.
He's in the who is it? Who else falls in that camp? Like no one.
Halsey.
Knew, yeah, no one
She's
knew.
like white and black, but
no one knew
just,
who
like,
Vin Diesel was
gray.
for a long time.
Yeah.
The Rock is very clear Samoan because that's all he says
That's all
about
he says.
Samoan.
His
Samoan's
dad is black.
And it's like,
That is black.
but for today's conversations, I've got my energy up. I am, how to put it, an energy feeder.
Yeah.
I'm like, now that y'all guys are giving it to me, I'm gonna make sure to reflect it back. And as far as my weekend's concerned, I'm recovering from last weekend.
Because you are now old.
I'm now old.
You're on the brink of. He's on the brink of 30.
Oh, you're on the brink of 30.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. All right.
I'm knocking on the door, knocking on sun. Like, you know what I'm talking about? I can't sing on a song on here, but
I'm walking on sunshine.
Nah,
bad? Is it Blaxcellence?
Yes, Blaxcellence.
Is there a black equivalent to I'm walking on sunshine?
No.
I had a good day by Ice Cube, maybe. Bring, bring, bring,
A different vibe.
Yeah.
I need a hop skipping. How to put it? Like one that I could do the hopscotch when I'm skipping, but I'm not supposed to skip on the Blaxcellence.
Well, you can like crip walk. They not like us.
They not like us. They not like us. Come on, Drake.
So it was my birthday last weekend.
Okay, hell yeah.
And
I went out for the first time in like a year. This year, I think at the very least.
and it was a good time. We had a good time. It was chill.
We weren't saving.
I said most of us were having a good time.
Man,
I
know this is Blaxcellence. I know I need to get on topic, but this poor girl, man.
Well, because it was one of my I'm not gonna tolerate out too much, but like it was one of my girlfriend's friends, and
she was cool.
She was cool.
She was this little tiny little firecracker, right? She was running around and having a good time, and I could tell she was buzzed. And like, okay, cool, she's having a good time. Yeah.
I didn't know, I didn't know she tanked. Like, I didn't know she was ready to tank. Mm-hmm. That was my thing. I was like, where did this come from?
Oh, I could see it a mile away.
I knew it was gonna happen. I just thought she had more time.
Nope.
I thought her health bar had.
So like she was there just pouring drink. She poured me a drink as soon as I walked in. I go, how nice is this person?
Yeah.
And then she started filling up a big. You have like a water filter filled with liquor. Like one of the long.
Bro, I have so for context, I have a water cooler in my office.
Yeah.
So it's like fucking like The Office. Like you go up, there's a hot cold water cooler. So the water filter has been repurposed as the place where put alcohol in punch.
Right.
That's what the purpose is.
And it was already gone by the time I got there. I was an hour late, and it was already gone with 12 people.
You was on CP time? You was on CP time?
I was running some errands and stuff. I was in San Antonio. I was running around. Anyway, So I get back, and this poor girl is just drinking. I'm like, uh-oh. I see where this is going immediately. Because she's yelling gibberish. She's doing all sorts of other things. And then, all right, teacher's like, it's time for us to go out. We're going to have a good time. 6th Street, let's do this. And she is curled up in a ball. And you know the size of like a standard kitchen mat? She is the size of the kitchen mat. She looks like a little animal.
Where's
like
Kelly?
Asleep. Yeah. Like a little cat curled up in a cat bed. And I was just like, this girl's gonna die. Or at the very least, stay here. And then she's like, I'm going. And she made it. And she didn't make it through the ride, the 20-minute ride. It was hilarious.
I said, on my birthday, my general rule of thumb is like, I just look at anybody. If she dies, she dies.
She dies.
But no, she came in and she was like, I'm gonna get you fucked up. And I said, you don't understand how I roll. And I ended off the night pretty damn drunk. I went back.
Yeah.
I was like, I went
people
back.
were feeding you shots.
Like people were feeding, and
in your drink without you noticing.
Like, and
they were semi-drugging you.
I was like, which is all fair game.
Right.
All fair game.
You asked.
Invited.
Wow, that sounds wrong. You asked for it.
Because I don't usually. Because if you catch me out 364 days a year, I'm usually cooling. I don't like, with the exception of one time at a karaoke bar. But outside of that, I was the most fucked up. Still the most fucked up.
Right. I saved his life. I saved his life single-handedly.
Fun fact. Look. Don't trust them karaoke bar drinks because whatever they're pouring in there, it's double what they're saying, and I do not believe it.
Half the price somehow.
They gotta get you to sing. So hey, more people sing. Also, more stronger the drinks. Yeah.
Also, if you ever want to question my strength as an individual, I don't got big arms. Yeah. I'm kind of generally weak, but I one-arm caught TJ off my back foot because he was like, "I'm out." He's walking towards his door. Yeah. He takes a footstep, hits a fucking stool. I see him. You remember that scene in Spider-Man with Tobey Maguire when Mary Jane fell and he caught her and caught all the drinks or all the snacks? Just that one move. I caught TJ and I went, everybody brought him back up.
Everybody gets one, all right?
Yeah.
And that was my one. But now in my history, I'm not usually someone. And then even when I get turned, like this weekend, I was cooling when I got fat.
Yeah, you're fine.
And then, but... No, someone has to get got. And
have I gotten got around you?
You're usually pretty.
Halloween, I got that one Halloween where me and my girlfriend were fighting at the time. Not this current one, but my ex-girlfriend. We were yelling, and I was throwing up. I threw up in the hotel parking lot outside the Uber.
I would say I've seen you like close, but never like you're usually. I think the reason is subconsciously you're usually someone who's like, I got to drive home.
That's true.
So like you're like subconsciously there's like an upper limit you put.
Right. I stop at 12. And I'm just like, I can serve up 2 hours.
Oh shit! I remember one time I was drinking. I took 12. I lost track of 12 shots of 1800 tequila, and I was chasing it with Bud Light. So yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah. It was not a good morning, and then I got in trouble the next day because I called off 2 minutes before I had to be to work. But I thought it was a good thing because it's better than no call, no show. At least I called in, but they would say that's not enough time for us to fill the position, and I was like, well, at least I let you know I wasn't coming in instead of just not showing up.
I could have not shown up.
I could have not just shown up. It's like it's the same thing. I was like, but I gave a warning.
Right.
See, that's one of the best perks of being able to work from home.
Yeah.
As an adult, because here's my calling off. Hey, yo, you notice I got a meeting in the morning and a meeting in the afternoon. And I'm not going to be around for the rest of them other meetings. So, I ain't no calling now. I used to, 2 jobs ago, I used to be in a place where my boss knew that, because I had this whole weird thing where I was like, I didn't have a reason to drink on the weekends.
Okay.
So I'd be like, all right, Monday's my drinking day. And so Tuesday I'd be fucked up. But Tuesday is also when I had my one-on-one with her. And she's like, all right, cool. Your day starts when we have our one-on-one. And she'd usually do it around 11 or noon. Mm-hmm. Just because I tell her, I was like, hey, look, Monday's my drinking day. She's like, cool. That's fine with me.
Yeah, what about my feedback? Shit.
Yeah, so I was like, yeah, she'd come in because that, like, she'd just come in and she'd be like, so where you at? And here's what happened. I'd get fucked up watching Love Island.
Okay.
Put you on game.
Yeah.
Watch Love Island get fucked up. Take shots for every time someone makes a stupid decision.
Yeah.
You're going to be fucked up on a Monday night.
Yeah.
It sounds like a terrible idea.
It's a great idea. But now, as I don't drink as much, or, not necessarily that I choose, that I couldn't. I choose not to, mainly because, I have some fitness goals I'm trying to hit and things of that nature. But also, going back to Japan later, going to Dominican Republic, I'm like, I'm going to drink plenty there.
Oh, the DR.
Let me save my liver for that point in time.
What part of DR?
I have no idea. Punta
Cana. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
is that where your fake made up hometown was?
No. In 2019, I went to Santo Domingo.
How was it?
It was good. It's a place called no, I can't tell you. I'll tell you off here.
Got you.
Yeah.
It's Coco Bunk. No, I'm kidding.
Did you go to some compound or something?
I'll just let you know off air.
All right. Sounds good. TJ has some experience with compounds. Zimbabwe.
Hey, Zimbabwe.
His family's because he's Zimbabwean, so he has a Zimbabwean compound.
Yeah.
I do.
He didn't describe it as a house or a property or land. He described it as a compound.
What's a compound?
It's well, it can be a sentence.
Okay.
It can be. I'm kidding. No. Think of it like think of it like there's like a center house. Mm-hmm. And it's like walled off. Mm-hmm. And there's like a
drug processing in the corner.
There's a lot of land with it too, or there could be a fair amount of land. A minute.
There's horses and rhinos.
No, because I was wondering when you said compound, I really thought like a sex compound with like a bunch of hoes there. Like
that's exactly what you're. That's what you think when you use the word compound.
That's what I thought. So
is sex compound or drug compound?
That's why I was asking. Like when you say compound, do you mean it was hoes there? That was my question. That's why I was trying to get you to elaborate.
No,
like look, okay, like when you
family compound, there's a bunch of spots stuff like that. Maybe some drug cartel, but that's just your homie selling a little bit of weed that he brought because he tried to grow something out. Yeah, ain't nothing bad, because then you hide that away because then he got to go off to college stuff like that. So you just raising money for like the younger ones. Yeah,
I would say no.
See, because I think compound. No. I think the drug den from Tropic Thunder when they're trying to rescue Tug Speedman. That's a compound. Where there's like someone's doing drug processing, somebody's sewing clothes, there's horses and animals and goats and whatnot.
Tropic Thunder still trash to me to this day. I don't care. I don't care what you and Will say. I don't care what you and Will say. I like that movie.
You
like Tropic Thunder?
Sorry, the light in my eyes died when you said that.
Oh, really?
All validity as a comedian has left the window.
I know, right?
I can't trust you.
He doesn't like white comedians.
What? No, because I remember I watched it and I felt like this all-star cast, it should have been like one of the epic movies of all time. That's how I went in watching.
Yes. Epic movie star Jack Black.
I love Jack Black.
No, time out. I would say okay. Look, I would say it's an epic movie in the sense of comedy, because I think that in a like what it was doing at the time, and I mean I will always give Tropic Thunder points for pulling off the only example of blackface that has still worked and consistently been leaned into a joke that is like, this is bad. Yeah. This is telling you it's bad. And that was like, and I want to say, it was a few times I saw RDJ growing up before he was an Iron Man. Mm-mm. And I was like, I thought he was black for a little bit. That's confusing.
Year. It's the same fucking year. Iron Man and Tropic Thunder. Yeah. It's insanity.
But again, comedy's so subjective.
Yeah. You know when people say that means it's bad. They say that about stand-up comedians. But, you know, comedy is subjective.
No, I truly think that comedy's subjective. There's definitely, to me, there's bad comedy.
Yeah.
And then there's like...
There is like subjective comedy.
Then there's like that level of cool. Like, I think that for the most part, y'all
like Brian Regan is a funny comic. He's a clean comic, but he's a funny comic, and that's just different strokes for different folks.
Yeah. My go-to clean comedy is Nate Bargatze.
Oh yeah, I guess so. Yeah. I didn't realize he was clean.
Yeah, he was. That's why he's so good. You don't even realize he's clean.
Yeah,
like because he doesn't put himself out there as clean. It's just, I just do what I do.
Talks about his wife and
talk about my wife and my kids and like how dumb their like conversations is sometimes, and that he thinks that she hates his comedy. It's just she hates him. Period. So it's like very funny.
Clean comedy is a different bar of execution,
right? But that's what I'm saying. When it's subjective, some people don't like clean comedy. Some people like Big J. Okerson, where he's talking about dicks all the time.
But then sometimes it's clean comedy when, like, the best clean comedy is when you don't know it's clean, versus like I'm clean and this is my act and I forcefully be clean, because it feels like some part of it, like this could have been funnier if it was something added here, like a cuss word here or something like that. Versus you're forcing yourself to be clean, and it's like it's like. You haven't unlocked the reason why there should be more to this in a sense. Like I've seen like a few different comedians, and I'm just like, I feel
you're
like
forcing it.
Yeah, you're forcing it. You're forcing it to be clean, and it doesn't come off as natural. And I'm like, this was a good joke, but I felt like this could have been real funnier if it wasn't clean, or if you like really delved into make this like a wider brand where it's less force, more actually you believe in it.
Well, so to the subjective point, I will give you points for attempting, or like if you're a straight laced comic and like cleans your shit, I'm gonna give you points in the sense of, are you trying to, probably not gonna land nearly as like consistently as maybe more middle ground comic could.
Exactly.
But an absolutely raunchy comic to me is terrible.
Oh, absolutely.
A lot of the times too. I would say that like a truly clean versus a truly raunchy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the actually truly clean, because I think there's a lot of comics out there just go rev it up.
Yeah.
Rev it up to 55 and they lean on it, and that's their shtick. We went to a roast battle in Austin, Texas. Why did I say that? We went to a roast battle here.
In Texas.
I went to a roast battle last month. And that was my feedback. Like, the entire time I was like, I am someone who I curse like a sailor some days. Mm-hmm. Shoot, I think most grown folk in this society I love cursing.
Kids cuss now. Yeah. And parents don't care, because we're the parents' age. Yeah. And they let kids cuss now, and I hate that personally.
Oh, my kids ain't cussing. That's what I'm saying. You gotta earn your stripes.
Exactly.
Right.
You better wait till you're 18.
Yeah.
But there's a lot of kids and parents that are like cool with kids cussing, and I don't understand it. That's one of my old man shakes fist at cloud, type of moment where it's like,
you better not be cussing out.
You better not be cussing in my house.
You better not be cussing. Damn it.
Until you pay bills, you can't cuss.
It's funny until you're 2, and then after that you can't cuss until you're 18. I'm gonna be real with you. 17, high school,
switch faster. Sorry, it's killing me. You're taking so much time. You gotta switch faster, because this was a great TikTok clip, and you were not switching fast enough.
I didn't think of it as a TikTok clip.
Oh my God, this is the TikTok clip. I'm like, we want to talk. We want to engage the people, and the parents that are like, I let my kids cuss because fuck them. That's why. I'm just saying. I'm sorry. You gotta go a little faster. I'm here to give feedback. It's driving me crazy.
Anyway, too raunchy comedy sucks. Because I remember I started out with a comedian.
I'm sorry.
And I remember she used to cuss every other fucking second. She'd be like, "Fuck, bitch, check. This is just trash." Mm-hmm. But there was no funniness to it. It was just cuss words for no reason that never told a story. And I was like, "Yo, if you clean this up a little bit, this joke will be a lot better." And she cleaned it up, and it actually went pretty good. She's like, that was so fucking hard not to fucking cuss every other fucking second. And I was like, but it sounded better, and it came off way cleaner. Because instead of every word just be a fuck, when you finally got to the cuss word, it was more of a shock.
It's an impact. It's like
impact. Yeah.
So I tell people like and we'll get into a little topic where I want to talk to you about being a black comic and just learn more about poking your brain on that.
Hell yeah.
I was a competitive debater for a long time.
Oh, hell yeah.
And like speech construction and all that whole nine.
Yeah.
And so I tell people all the time, it's like, it's like making a debate, making a speech, like extemporaneous speaking, going off the dome and whatnot. All of that is very much in the sense of like, even when you're thinking of like making comedy set, or you're thinking of pretty much anything that's involved speaking, it's about a flow to a punch. A flow to a punch. And then, you know, as you're building up the story you're trying to tell, you're going to deliver and execute on those beats. And cuss words are to uhs, ums, ahs in a debate, in a speech and debate. To me, I'm like, look, every right, is not a punch. It's delaying the inevitable to get to the punch. And to your point, like, I do watch a lot of comedy, and my girl even tell you, it's like, hey, look, like, I'm not like uppity or anything like that. It's more so like I'm strict with it because too many comics get away with lowbrow shit. And I'm like, no. You got to come in, and I can't just have you be super raunchy. I can't just have you be like, you know, like, if crowd work your strong suit, then lean into that. Like, what is it? Morgan J, I think, does great crowd work, and he plays an instrument at the same time. And music comedy is the hardest to me. Like, I think if I was tiers of comedy, music comedy is the toughest. Because
it's also frowned upon too, because it's kind of like you're looking as like, oh, you're a prop comic. Because like people use music comedy as kind of like by having an instrument, you're kind of like
a crutch.
A crutch. It's a crutch, and it's kind of a prop at the same time. So then people kind of don't respect it as much because this is like, oh, I'm about to play this shit, like whatever. But Morgan J is actually very dope, and I've met him too. Super cool guy, and I've watched his special. Like I still watch Friend Zone, and I still watch his other one, Bro, and then there's one other one. Can I get a ha 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 or an element or an element video or if you Spanish or ha 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 if you Spanish ja if you Spanish hell yeah, it's super good.
Like, and to me that's like us executing music comedy in the appropriate like. Because he's literally centering the joke around that. But then I think he still does really good crowd work as well.
Does, yeah.
Remember when Dane Cook did guitar comedy?
No.
He did it for like half of a Comedy Central special. Okay. It was hilarious.
I didn't watch all of his specials, so yeah.
You gotta watch. I watched a ton of Comedy Central, but yeah, it was a big thing in 2004 to be a prop / musical comedian.
Yeah, growing up, watched a lot of black comedy. So Dane Cook, I heard about Dane Cook, I think, when like 2008, but that part, he was kind of like not as...
He was making too many movies.
He was making movies, and he was kind of washed to people at that time. He was like, well, he was big. Oh, he was funny, kind of a thing. And then you get back into him, kind of a thing. You know who I feel like? I feel like Dane Cook and Mike Epps are very similar. Like when it comes to like Dane Cook like had like a huge standard, but they said he wasn't like the funniest comic or whatever. And I feel like Mike Epps does like the same kind of stuff. Like like Mike Epps has great energy and stuff like that, but he's not the funniest and best comedian out there. But I saw him a few months ago, and it was like I think a month ago, and he was fucking amazing.
Well, I mean that's the thing. He's just so ingrained in every black comedy property. If he's in like, he's just as a role everywhere. He was in the last Spider-Man movie, I think.
Yeah, he was.
Not the Spider-Man, but Madam Web.
That shit trash.
He got a paycheck. He got a paycheck. That's what he got.
Yeah, and actually, he was one of the reasons why the Hawk Tuah girl got famous, because somebody put her clip, and then that one clip in the movie was like, "I'm trying to give me some of that." So they put that at the end of it. That shit went amazing. That shit had 5 million views.
Don't you dare mention that woman on my show.
You know what?
Don't you dare mention.
You know what? People are mad at her, and I don't get it. It's their fault.
I'm not mad at
it's people's fault. It's people's fault for the people who are still repeating it after the joke being done 2 weeks ago. It's their fault. So blame
that thing.
But don't get mad at her. Get mad at the people that are still saying it.
I'm not mad at it.
Like Hillary Clinton, we got to hawk 2 of these polls.
I can't.
She never said that, but I should.
Man. I think, props to her.
And also, who wants their penis spit on? Let's be honest here. That's like a weird thing. Like,
Get out of here.
No, but like no.
Yeah. Don't speak for
The
me.
hawk tuah is like a loogie thing though.
No,
I won't.
No, I get it. I get
You
what,
don't get it, Sam.
I watch.
You don't get it, Sam.
Look, man.
You don't get it, Sam. All right,
Maybe
you
I
get blocked
don't.
out. You don't.
Maybe I don't. Maybe
It's the lubrication. It's the you nasty. Like it's kind of a in the moment kind of shit. You don't ask for it, they do it, and you just let them keep going.
right. But she already had it pre-planned, so therefore it ruins the illusion. So there's hawk tuah girls and not hawk tuah girls, and so now you're just guessing on who's what.
no.
The mystery's gone.
No,
Look,
no.
so I don't get raunchy on this show often.
Yeah.
But this is one of them times. So look,
Like I said, don't talk about it. You're like, but I do love my dick being spit on every so often.
that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, what I give her props with was that answer was too quick.
Oh, it was
the
great.
answer was too normal. I was like,
Oh, she do this.
she actually about that action,
He's like,
huh?
it's like, how you about to? He's like, you're hot too. Spit on that thing.
Oh, like-
It was like her go-to move. Like, oh, you you got a hot too.
Right.
Like, oh, this is normal in her world.
Right.
And then it's funny because she was with her homegirl who was like probably the prettier one who was just giving like no, because you're like she's cute, but her homegirl was fine, and the homegirl kind of looks at like, girl, you be doing that, but she's like, spit on that thing, and you could tell that the chick, the finer one, is probably single, but that chick got a boyfriend. Well, probably dumped him now because like 15 seconds of fame or whatever. But like she like this is in my arsenal. I do it. She's like, you do what? It's like hot too. Spit on that thing. Like she was going through the motions, and her fine friend who probably suck at sex was just like, you really be doing that? And she like, yes, bitch, I keep my dude.
So to
Sorry.
to Cortez Farm, because I do think, and I mean, I will. Gosh, this is not the excellence, but I will say, like, look, I question tens.
Yes.
I question tens. An
Yeah.
8 and a 9. You're just fine, but I question you as a 10.
Yeah.
Because if you're a 10, that means I can't trust you. That means that what I mean by that is I can't trust you because you're so pretty. You're too pretty, and I'm like, no, you haven't had to work for this.
Nope.
So you haven't had to work.
Nope.
For this.
Nope.
So bedroom time with 10. I'm gonna throw it out there.
That's why TJ historically goes for low sixes.
That's not why I go.
Yeah.
But he'll do multiples, but it's low sixes all the time.
I've been with 10s and anything in between. Don't say the 10s are not top 3.
Shout out to Ty and Joe. He say, do we not listen to 3-6 Mafia? Slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Check in with me and do your job.
See, slobbing on the knob, that's more efficient. That's more not romantic. Well, maybe romantic. I don't know how you feel about
is
it.
romantic.
It's romantic. That's fine. That's
Chicks out
romantic.
here don't give head.
Well, exactly. So the idea is that the slob is fine. Slob on my knob like corn on the cob.
Yeah.
Amazing. Fine. On the side, butter, all that is amazing. Maybe some tajin, make it elote. When they have sex with me, it's elote. But
Okay.
the moral of the story is the hawk tuah thing. It was a funny joke. She was very clever.
Yeah.
Some people want that. I'm just saying, if I really think about it, to ask for it.
You don't ask
for it.
You don't ask.
No,
it
ask for
happens.
it.
But if it happens, I'd just be like, okay, that was more for you than for me, I guess, at that point. Maybe I'm a square.
Yes.
I'm like-
You know what?
Yeah.
I thought we established this.
Yeah.
I mean, okay, so I don't eat butt. Leave me alone, all right? We've established that.
Oh, we
already talked about that. We already talked about it on
last
Patreon.
episode. Yeah.
If you want to talk about, actually, my
it was Tommy. It was
my
Tuesday.
college sex life L's. That's our next Patreon. So be
yeah,
sure to
yeah.
subscribe to our Patreon.
Yeah.
It was we were just talking about college, and then it just was like, oh yeah, a bunch of girls liked me and wanted me, and I just did not know. I just did not put the
He
pieces
struck out in
together.
college. I was striking out in high school.
Yeah, he got the reps out of the way.
Yeah.
Well, no, I feel like every guy has an instance where, not more than once. Every guy has an instance where they like. I had one where it was like months later, and I said, "Oh." And sometimes I wake up in cold sweats about it.
Oh yeah,
Them late night 3 a.m. thoughts when you can't go to sleep. I remember I reflect about every time. I'd be like, "Fuck, that was a miss. That was a miss. That was a miss." I'm like, "Oh, was that a? Oh shit, that was a miss too." Yeah, it keeps you up at night.
yeah.
Misses, and that's why you have no misses. You know what I mean? Like at the time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like so, it's like it's
Yeah,
like,
I had no sauce. I use that phrase a lot. I had no sauce back then.
Yeah.
But now I do. and I can choose whether or not they Hakatua on me. So
You can't choose. You can't force it. It's a natural occurrence. There's the ones with it and the ones
that's what I'm
without.
saying. Now it's a dichotomy. Now we were divided first with Janae Aoki being like ass eater, not ass eater, and then Nicki Minaj did that as well. She furthered the gap and then ate the gap in the middle.
What did Nicki Minaj say?
She, I just need the best ass eater. Just that was just a lyric.
Oh, okay.
They're just adding more lyrics. It wasn't in lyrics before
I'll
Janae
eat Nicki
Aiko.
Minaj's ass. I'll eat that big ass thing. Hell yeah. Put that shit in front of me. Yeah. I'll eat that. Come here. Like, yeah. Hell yeah.
It's just so confident.
Hell yeah. I'm not even a big ass eater, but I will eat your ass, Nicki. Hell yeah. Make Drake mad, all that shit. Yeah. They not like us. He don't do this shit. Drake, you wanted this shit.
You know what? If it found out that Drake doesn't eat ass and that's why the way he is, then I will start.
He doesn't eat ass, but he fucks raw. A lot of females.
That I've heard.
Yeah.
And he puts hot sauce in his condoms allegedly.
Oh yeah.
Eat that like hot wings. See?
Well, to steer it back to comedy, because
My bad. Yeah, we got distracted.
No, it's an easy distraction because I had 3 other things I was gonna say, and I said, no, time out. I gotta.
Yeah.
So, can you give a little background to the people? Just a little bit about your experience, because I was like, I'm so curious about just how you got started and like, a little bit more about like how your experiences, especially through some of the pandemic and figuring out how you go about shows. Just want to poke your brain a little bit. So give a little context about like, your journey, if you don't mind.
So I got into comedy by taking a drama class. It was a drama acting course. It was between taking a drama acting course or the Rasa Studies class, all right? I love Latinas. Sammy knows I love Latinas. And I was going to take the Rasa Studies class, but I remember I took a drama 101 course that I got a B in that I barely showed up to. And I was like, if I can show up to this one, I can get an A. So I went to the drama 101 class because my counselor said, so if you go right now, you can probably add the class. So I went, I saw a few of my homies in there, and I was like, okay, cool, I'm going to take it with this class, right? So I went with that, and then I remember one day I'm just in here roasting people as they're walking in, right? I started roasting. Yeah, I started roasting. Yeah, I was roasting in the 8th grade, so it was kind of planting the seeds before I even knew it, right? And roasted like 9th grade and 10th grade. So most of the people, as they come in, and then my teacher said, stand up. I was like, what? She's like, stand up. I was like, hell no, I ain't stand up. She's like, stand up. So I stood up, right? And she was like, oh, you don't have this written down? I was like, no, I could just come off the top of the dome roasting people. She was like, oh, you should try stand up. And I was like, nah, I just like roast people and I tell funny stories. She's like, that's stand up. And I was like,
you're dumb bastard. Stand up. God damn it.
I didn't say English. I said stand up.
Yeah. And then I'm just like, okay. And she's like, you won't pass my class until you try stand up. And I was like, what the hell does white woman want from me, right?
So stand up. God damn, you gotta pay attention.
But think about it. I grew up on Comic View, and we didn't roast a lot of people back then. Like, you just saw people tell stories, be funny and shit like that. So roasting wasn't a big thing. Like, I didn't see like roast battles. I didn't see the roast of this person. So roasting was just me and some of the homies do, or me and my family do. We just talk shit about each other and just kept doing it like that. So I started doing comedy at that standpoint, and then that's when I met the one chick who was hella raunchy and things like that, who just cuss all the time, even though our drama teacher told us that we were supposed to be PG or think Disney, right? And then she would cuss all the time. I was like, why the hell this chick always get to break the rules, but I can't, right?
Because you got to train in the hyperbolic time chamber. I got to level up a little bit. Because if you can do a PG, you can do it anyway.
Yeah. So, but I found out she had only been doing it a year, and I was like, okay, she's not that good. The funny thing about it, I went up my first time, I got heckled on stage. I went up there, I said, I like to go to the gym. People was like, what? Right? Laughing, right? Then the whole crowd started laughing at me. And I was like, and then someone was like, shh, and they quiet down in the moment. I was like, should I cut this person out? Should I run off stage? I gotta look to my homies. They was like,
run off stage?
They was like, hey, hold on.
They had the hook ready?
Yeah, I stuck. Nah, it wasn't that bad. I stuck with it because we was all new. We was all new who was trying it. I stuck with it, and then I said I like to go to the gym because of the women. They was like, oh, okay, all right. And so they heard me out, and then after that, I got a few standing ovation. Like I did pretty well because a few of my friends they said, oh, you did hella good. They was like, bro, you did hella good, right? And it wasn't till I got off stage, people telling me I did good, that I actually believed in it. And then I was like, oh, shit, well, maybe I should try this shit after all, right? I was playing football at the time, and so it was kind of like a way to transfer of careers because I eventually got hurt. And then I was like, I don't get hurt on stage and stuff like that, right? But also at the same time, too, because like say most comedians bomb their first time.
Yeah.
I did very well. And they was like, no, you usually bomb. It's like, you can do that well. I was like, I did. But we would bomb, and then eventually start getting good, right? I did well and then got lazy. So I started getting bad. And people started getting like better, right? Like, cause I never worked at it. I was like, man, I did good. I'm the funniest person in here. I ain't got to work at this shit, right? So we would have a show. Like, let's say if a show was on a Tuesday or a Wednesday, I wouldn't start writing for the show till the previous week. And I would just have thoughts in my head. And I'm like, oh, I was thinking about this one thing. Or sometimes I'll come on my set the day before a show.
How old are you at this time?
I was 20.
20, yeah. Because 20-year-olds have a lot of life experience to pull from.
But it was just like funny. I was just like confident in myself. I was overly confident because I was doing well.
Well, it's because it's like, again, like when you start off on that high, right? You only learn from L's. You don't learn from wins.
You don't learn from wins.
You don't learn from wins. So I can imagine being like, well, shit, I thought my shit don't stink. I got this. All right, I feel you.
Exactly. My shit don't stink. And then I'm over here just like doing okay. And I'm coming up with good stuff. But then it was like there was no groundwork. There was no punchlines. My teacher eventually pulled me to the side. She's like, you tell great stories, but with no punch at the end. He's like, you build this up, this main story, and it just kind of...
Well, I give you that because I think that one thing we were talking about it a bit ago, but I think people forget just like any other skill, comedy is about reps.
Yeah.
About reps, and continually being like, fine tune this. I practice a little early. You practice like you play. You treat it like football. You gotta be practicing, most of your time rather than not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So when you're not.
So then that's why, like, I remember, like, I didn't, this was 2010 when I first did comedy for, like, I was doing, like, every, like, few months, stuff like that, because I didn't go to open mics. I didn't know where none was. I didn't know where to carpool with somebody. My one homie, his name was Johan Miranda, I told him this in person. I was like, hey, man, I remember I thought I was way funnier than you, dude. I'm not even gonna lie to you. I was like, but then I used to try to carpool with you. We lived near each other, but he thought I lived, like, 50 minutes away. And he was like, no, I'm not gonna come get you and then, like, drive you back. And he was like, So when eventually I started hitting the scene because our teacher hadn't put on a show in like 2011, and the people were spreading the rumor that I heard you quit comedy. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't quit comedy. I just didn't know where to go to get on shows. So then when I met up with my homie again, I think it was 2012 or early 2013, and he started like 3 weeks after me. He was headlining shows, and I just got 5 minutes.
Damn.
And I'm like 5 to 7 minutes, and he doing like, how much time you about to? Like 20 to 30. I was like, what the fuck? You got 20 to 30 minutes? And then I remember it was one of those shirts when Nike had all those shirts on. It was like, hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. And I was like, that's me.
You're like,
you're getting insulted by Nike's branding.
Yeah. He was like, I don't even get to just do it. I get the sentence.
It was so funny because I'm just like, oh, damn, I'm hella talented, and I feel like I'm more talented than him. But this man has been putting in the work since then. Because, like, all right, I haven't really grinded. I really haven't been doing open mics. And then, so, like, I was already trying to get back in the scene. So when I saw him do well, I was like, fuck, I really got to hit these open mics tough. Because also I remember me going back to the scene where I say I started in 2012 was because I did a show at Tommy T's, which is a club in Pleasanton, California. And I remember I got given 10 minutes. And instead of me trying to be funny the whole time, I was just trying to finish it. I was just trying to fill the 10 minutes. And then with that, I told this one joke that lasted 7 minutes. That after a while, it was just kind of like whatever, okay, yada, yada, yada. I remember I invited a chick there. She didn't leave with me afterwards.
Damn.
Right?
Hey, yo, no. I'm going to be real with you.
Yeah.
If a girl don't leave with me afterwards, after I invited you to a show, I think I'm giving up that career.
Yeah,
that's a sign from God.
I'm quitting comedy.
Nah, because a homie of mine pulled me aside. He was like, hey, I can tell you got some funny stuff there. He was like, when's the last time you did comedy? I was like, oh, last time you had open mic. I was like, I ain't never hit open mic. He was like, you ain't open mics? I was like, nah, I usually just like try to write out stuff before the show and then like I do it.
Right.
He's like, you got to hit open mics. That's where you get funnier. And so he gave me a list of like 8 to 10 open mics to hit a week. And then so I just started hitting those. And then that's when I started getting better because I started finally putting the practice in. I said from that day, that was the first day I started like truly in comedy. And that was like August 15th, 2012. So I always say like next month will be my 12 years in comedy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
Man, like, first of all, props to you for even willing to do that. Like comedy is hard.
Yeah.
Like, it's not an easy industry to break into. And it's interesting because and I'm certain, I mean, like, Austin's just kind of turned up to be a comedy center
Yep.
over the last few years.
Yep.
Very interesting how that happened. But
Joe Rogan's bitch ass. Let's just say it.
well, I mean, it's not just that, but that's a big part of it. But also ACL's started to not ACL. My gosh, South by Southwest has started to lean into it a little bit more.
And then they have Just for Laughs, or is it Just for Laughs?
Just for Laughs.
No, Just for Laughs just got killed.
No, what's ours?
Was that just
shit?
that?
No, we have one too. That
Yeah.
the big comedy one that all the people come to.
Yeah, Tom Segura and stuff like that is doing. Yeah. But I mean, like, Just for Laughs just got killed because the Netflix's Joke Festival took over. So Just for Laughs like lost funding or something like that. And that's, and that's where people was being broken, like making their big break. Like that's what Kevin Hart blew up from.
Right.
Just for Laughs.
Moon Tower is our
Moon Tower.
That's
comedy festival.
Yeah, like Just for Laughs was like you would go there, do well, you meet with agents, bookers, and stuff like that, and then you would get a holding deal from like some like TV station or something like that, or that's where you meet like execs and start going to hot and like they want to put you in a movie and things like that, and that's what really broke Kevin Hart. You know, Cat Williams said that he wore a dress. That's what broke him. Nah, it was the Just for Laughs comedy festival. So when you go there. Or when you went there, and if you did well, if you had no representation, which is like a showcase, it was like repped and non-repped, like new faces. So if you went there non-repped, usually was you leaving with some kind of representation, or you had a meeting with a few different people that was going to help you get representation to kind of help you start touring the country.
So Just for Laughs is kind of like that. Once you get there, that's like what you're trying to aim for, at least as a new comic.
Yeah. Now it's Netflix is a joke festival because Just for Laughs kind of went down, and just Netflix joke is in L.A. instead of the other one. I just forgot what it's called.
New York?
Nah, not Just for Laughs. Just for Laughs is in like Canada.
Oh, so it's out of the way already.
It's out of the way, yeah. So yeah.
So to that point, right? And actually, kind of spinning it because y'all both are from California.
Yeah.
More familiar with it.
Yeah.
So the comedy scene.
Yeah.
How that's laid out. I know that New York's a big hub for comedy as well. Is it like the L.A., San Diego, San Fran? What's the breakdown of the comedy scene over in that area?
So
California.
So there's the Bay Area.
Right.
There's the L.A. comedy scene. There's the San Diego comedy scene. And then there's a few other scenes. There's like the 805 comedy scene, which is from like San Luis Obispo all the way up to Oxnard, which is like 3 hours of area, but it's the Central Coast. It's not big, so they kind of put all of it together. Bay Area scene is really dope. That's where I started. That's where I got my start at. That's where a lot of comedians come. They like usually start off getting their reps and stuff like that, and then they eventually have to make the move to LA.
Who's from the Bay Area that we would know?
Moshe Kasher, Angela Johnson, Joe Coy's from Daly City, and Tom Hanks is from the Bay Area. Like even though he started out as comedy, and then Robin Williams from the Bay Area.
Oh, okay.
Who else? Cat Williams moved to the Bay Area and really cut his teeth in the Bay Area, going from the Bay to Sacramento. That's where he really cut his teeth, really became like a big performer out there in the Bay and in Sacramento. Who else? I can't think of other people as well. But then there's eventually a part, like people always say you start in the Bay Area and eventually you got to make the move. You got to make the big jump to LA, was the acting and also pursuing comedy as well, or to New York. Because when you move to New York, you get on the grind and really become like a good, really great stand-up comedian. You can get like a ton of reps in there, usually like 3 to 4 sets a night or something like that. So he's like, you want to stay being a comedian, you go out there, because people always talk about the comedy scene in LA is shitty for at least like good quality shows and good quality mics. It's literally because you're competing against like the Oscar nominated, the people, the world travelers. Like I went to the Comedy Store and I went on a Tuesday. Me and my homie was driving around, couldn't find a parking spot. Then we finally found one, and then it was like a list of all these national touring headliners, and it had special guests. Walking up past the Comedy Store, I was like, hey, off in this, I'm like, that looks like Martin Lawrence. I'm like, that ain't Martin Lawrence. And he was like, I was like, I think that's Martin Lawrence. And then it's like him with 6 people next to him. And I'm like, oh shit, that is Martin Lawrence. That is Martin Lawrence. And then he goes up and he did like 20 minutes, knocking the rust off. He was like, yeah, gotta forgive me. He was like, they said I had a stroke. I didn't have a stroke. But I was like, something happened because you look like not exactly right. But and you see him do 20 minutes of comedy. It wasn't as sharp as the 90s as used to be, but it was still dope to see him. And you can tell he was really working out stuff because he had a plank joke. Like he's like, y'all still be out here planking? I was like, planking? What's that, 2016?
You got to update your patch notes, King.
So he was doing that, and he was on like a bunch of other stuff, and he could tell he was just hitting like these little notes. He was like, y'all got cheaters out here. And everybody was like, what you mean? So then my homie said, he was like, it's kind of like seeing Jerry Rice when he was on the Seahawks.
It's actually a good
Man, that's not
comparison.
right.
He was like,
Still catching passes.
He was like, still catching passes, still scoring. He's like, but them routes ain't crisp as they used to be. And I was like, but you still can still get the laughs off. You can still score. And it was still just hella dope to see him because he was with people and they had to clear out the way and stuff like that. And I remember I said to one of those guys, I said, hey, y'all take care of him. That man's a legend right there. He's like, we will. And then I realized later that he's starting his tour because this was like early June or middle of June. Mm-hmm. He's starting his tour in August.
So he was just getting the flex in.
So he was getting the flex in.
That's
the
so
reps
cool.
back in. Yeah. And also what he does with his tour, because he doesn't do stand-up all the time, he hosts. And he does. I think he takes that from when he was on Def Jam because he was the host of Def Jam, and he brought everybody up, brought everybody right, and he know he'd been out the game for too long. So I'm about to headline this whole thing with national touring comedians who've been doing it consistently forever. So I'm gonna just host it. And it's a great way to do it because everybody gonna come to see him, and then everybody gonna come see whoever you bring too.
Well, I think MCing is like its own little camp.
Oh,
right?
it is.
Like being a host is a very different thing.
Being a host is so hard, and then a lot of people don't want to do it. But also, if you're good at hosting or becoming a host, it helps you get in more doors. Because most touring people bring themselves and they usually bring a feature. They don't have a host. But then if you always got like a good host who come out, people be like, oh shit, like whenever I come to, hey, whenever I'm in town, can you host for me? Like, can you do it? Like, oh shit, you be on my show? And eventually you want to graduate from host to feature. That's what I'm trying to do. Like, I be getting feature work, but a lot of times I get host work too because sometimes last year and Headlights bring their own feature, but then everybody know like, hey, can you host this weekend? Can you host? Like, you free this week? Can you host? I'm like, yeah, I can host. Like I go from having no shows to having 5 shows, like in the blink of an instant, because I just like keep up with people. I just tell them like, hey, I'm in town. Oh, you the host this week or something like that. And the host also is dope because he sets everybody else up. And then I sell merch too, so that helps me out a lot. And then it helps.
So it's really just like, getting that additional exposure out there. Okay. Well, no, thank you. No, I really appreciate you giving us some perspective. Yeah. And, I got to wrap it into a Blaxcellence topic.
Yeah.
So, being a black comedian, being like, being someone who's represented the culture. And fortunately, or at least from my understanding, fortunately, African-American individuals, black folk are able to be in comedy quite a bit.
Yeah.
How do you feel as though that helps you navigate, kind of cater your joke? Like, what does that impact mean for you, man?
So like I'm a black comedian, but I'm not a black comedian, I guess you would say. Like I'm not like how we do it is I'm not a hood comedian. And then you start putting in categories like that. Like my comedy is not hood like a Cat Williams or Mike Epps. I'm more like a Kevin Hart or kind of stuff where it's kind of like relatable on like both different parts.
But Corday, why did you start the set yesterday with white people do this? And then you did the voice.
Because I fuck white chicks. That's why I said
okay, just making sure. Just making sure. I was just very curious about why he was like, black people do this. Ribbity rap.
He's also lying too because I never started my shit like that.
No, absolutely not.
That's very Jerry Seinfeld shit like that.
What's the deal with whites?
Yeah. So but I remember my cousins will tell me like, she's like, hey, you need to start doing more black jokes. You need more black rooms. And I'm like, point me to these black rooms and these black jokes I need to be doing.
They're next to the black jobs.
Yeah. Next to the
Hey, what are the black jobs?
Yeah, exactly.
They're right next to that.
No, but what are the black jobs? I'm not racist enough to know what the black jobs are.
They aren't. They were supposed to be the ones that the Mexicans or that Joe Biden's letting the Mexicans come and take the black jobs. That's what
farm working?
That's what Trump said. Yeah.
I don't think. Yeah. Do black people want to farm work again?
No.
That's what I thought. Okay, I'm just saying.
We want to own a farm and work on it, but we don't want to be out there farming. Like,
you guys want breweries and shit. You guys want cool shit. I don't know if you guys want farm work again. That shit is bullshit.
Black Twitter had a fun day with it. It was like, let me show up tomorrow. I'm going to start applying to those black jobs out there. So it was it was
black
fun.
Jobs are us. So I'm like fucking.
I just didn't know that was a term. I was like, am I missing something?
No, it's not a term.
It's not a term.
Just make sure.
It was part of the debate during like Biden. Everybody was like black jobs.
Everyone was confused. I was like, black job?
Like black what? Black job? What the fuck are you talking about? But anyway, so my style is more of like a Kevin Hart, not a Mike Epps or Cat Williams. But then I'm also not like a Ron Funches, who's like very awkward and like very slow and he talks like this, or Ian Edwards, who's like very smart comedian who I love and is like super underrated. So it's like a different styles kind of a thing. Like, or like I remember when I first started, there was a lot of awkward comedy, like a lot of awkward humor.
Mm-hmm. Like I don't want to say he's awkward humor, but like a Josh Johnson, like in that camp.
So
because that's a different
the look of Josh Johnson, especially when he had like short hair. But I
wouldn't say he's I wouldn't say he's awkward. that's a different side of comedy. Like he's
exactly. Because really, Josh Johnson, who I've been watching a lot more recently, and I kind of have to stop sometimes because
he shows up too much on my feed. Honestly,
because like if I watch too much comedy, because I'm at the standpoint where I don't watch a lot of comedians unless I really like them, because if I watch them too much, then their cadence and stuff gets into my psyche, and I want to be original in all my stuff.
I mean, that's so fair. It's it's like I'm not to. There is a problem with people, nipping jokes and things of that nature. But I oftentimes say, how what you watch and what you consume is going to, control and create your cadence, create your speech pattern. So if you watch a lot of comedy, you're not going to come out originally and sound original unless you try and pull yourself away from that.
Yeah. So a lot of times when I'm trying to write or get into like the funny mood, I watch a lot of white comedians because I don't. That's not my style. That's not like I watch Nate Bargatze, for instance. Like I just kind of throw it on in the background. I always hear like some joke that I didn't hear before, and it starts giving me like a funny little mood. Like, okay, my funny brain starts going. I'm like, okay, cool. Because I know I'm not a white comic. My style isn't like his. My cadence is like his, and I won't borrow from his style. So
you're not going to be a John Mulaney?
Nah.
So why did you
John
start
Mulaney's dope though.
He's so good.
So why did you start talking about Hot Pocket?
So that's the funny thing about it. I used to listen to Jim Gaffigan when Pandora was dope, and I remember I said Hot Pocket a few times at Mike's. People was like, "What the fuck are you talking about?" And then I was like, "Oh, y'all listen to Jim Gaffigan?" Then I'm like, "Wait, why am I saying Jim Gaffigan?"
Yeah.
So that was like 2 years in, but yeah. So yeah, like I listen. That's how I do it, and yeah, you can't like people get into your psyche. Like a lot of people who watch Chappelle, like they'll be laughing, be like hitting the mic on like the stand, like hitting the.
Oh,
like,
that was bad for a while.
Yeah, so
people just
and it's like hit it or stuff, and then they always be like, "Hey, stop hitting the mic on the fucking stool, or stop hitting it on your thigh because it's blowing out our speakers." You're not Chappelle.
Right.
Stop it. But
even mic drops, fucking audio technicians like, stop dropping our fucking mics.
Yeah. Nah,
don't damage our goddamn mics.
I'm gonna have to do it then.
Yeah. No. Also, because sometimes people
you can't drop these mics.
Well, people do mic drops when they're not even that good or that funny. Like, or they'll like laugh at a joke and hit they hit they thigh. And I'm like, yeah, that joke was okay.
Right.
Like it wasn't that kind of reaction. Kind of, whatever. So it's super funny and super cool. But yeah, man, being in the game 12 years, I still try to like Sammy went out with me last night. He saw how I was like, if you want to come out, see me do a few shows, like I did one show, it wasn't that many people there. And then I was pissed because like sometimes I be headlining shows, right? Like I'm at the case where like local shows I can headline, or I go out of town and be like headlining, right? And the thing I hate the most is when I do a show, because sometimes bad comedians are on the show and they will walk people. And I hate that so much because I'm trying to sell merch after the show. I'm trying to meet people, right? Get some followers.
Yeah, walk people means...
Right? Walk people means like they get up and leave the show because it's not that funny, right?
Right.
And I have to like beg them to stay sometimes. I'm like, hey, trust me, I'm funny. I'm up in like next, or I'm like in a few people. If you stay, I'll buy you a drink. I was like, if you stay and I'm not funny, I'll buy you a drink. Oh shit, you got like what you drinking on? Like or like I might buy the girl a drink or something like that. And I was like, I'll buy y'all both drinks if I'm not funny. Oh shit, free drinks if this motherfucker not funny. And especially if the show ain't been good the whole time, well, he gonna be trash. We like 2 free drinks, and then I do well, and they're like, fuck. That was like they forget about the drinks. They're like, hey man, I know you're supposed to buy drinks, but can I buy you a drink? And like, yo, what that?
And just like actually build the relationship.
Yeah.
See, that's such an interesting thing because like man, I've gone to a lot of unfunny comedy.
Oh, yeah.
No, you good. Gone to a lot of unfunny comedy recently, so trust me, I feel you on that.
Yeah.
And it's like, and there's people who are like, and I'm there from the perspective of, cool, I'm here to build, like, I'm just here to build up the reps.
Yeah.
Here to watch people, just understand, and just build up my knowledge of comedy in general. But then you have people who are pacing.
Yeah.
And you first get the foot taps, first get the little whispers, you get the whole, you get the whole, like, girls and people talking to each other, and so that's a cool tactic. That's also a cool. Thank you so. Like I know I've been poking your brain for a while.
Yeah,
I appreciate that perspective.
I love talking comedy.
Bribe people,
and I
bribe people to stay.
And I hope for your continued success.
Appreciate it.
And I also feel like one thing I've always wanted to do is rip off the Band-Aid and do an open mic, but only just because I said once you do it once, you have have like that's when that's when I like. Like, all right, cool. I felt the bomb from people, so I can understand and better understand comics.
And the funny about it is, people are super afraid. Like, I want to go out there and try it, but I don't know how they're gonna be receptive to me. Comedians are super receptive to somebody trying out for the first time. If you tell them, hey, kind of want to sign up for the mic. I want to try comedy for the first time. Like, oh, you trying comedy for the first time? People like other comedians, like, oh, hey, yo, shut up. Shh. Let's all sit down. Let's watch him or watch her because it's the first time. Because we all go back to our very first time, our very first moment. And if you do good, you'd be like, okay, yeah, man, you like probably need to fix a little thing here and there. Or if you did it, like even if you don't do well, but that's cool, man, I bombed my first time. It's cool. Like people, like we're so receptive because we all remember how trouble it was our first time versus somebody heckling in the back. So I'm saying like, well, motherfucker, you get up here and try it then. You so goddamn funny. Versus, so it's like the switch of the two. Like you, like first time, let's go. Okay, cool. Hey, come sit down. Shut up. Don't talk to me. I'm trying to watch this person's first time. We get up there like, okay, and like actually receptive to that. And then if you go to open mic, like he went to an open mic in the show with me, everybody ain't good.
Everybody ain't good. Actually, most of them aren't.
Like if you see,
the new comics I've watched recently, man, it was 4 up to bat with one being like, I was like, that guy's funny.
Yeah.
Up for I was like, this is rough.
And not to brag, that's how me on show sometimes. Like people like last night, right? So I remember they was like, we got next. You guys ready for another community? You want more comedians? I was like, yeah, woo, let's go. And I was like, it was like, well, I was like, let me go up there. And it was like, nah, we're not gonna let the drunk dudes be drinking 4 drinks or some shit. I was like, I'm a comedian. What are you talking about? He was like, oh, you guys want to hear him? And it was like 4 black people. And I was like, it was like, yeah. And I was like, okay. He was like, well, what's your name? I was like, Corday Snell. They was like, all right, we'll give it up for your next comedian, Corday Snell. And I went up there and did like a high five. And then they was like, yo, you was ready and shit like that. I was like, yeah, man, I came here. I was going to ask him to do time anyway. I wanted to do time. I got up here to do time. And then people was like, oh, that was good. That shit was funny. Like, you had some funny shit. I was like, yeah. And I was like, I wanted to come here. I wanted to do it. Like, I just did a show previously. Went across the street. Tried to do another one. So, yeah.
He was right. You were putting in reps.
With Shakespeare's, then we went to Blind Pig? No.
Mac. Or
Maze.
Maggie Maze.
Yeah.
So yeah, we went there, and that one of Shakespeare's, man.
Yeah.
Like I can write stand up if I take my time and I do it, and I can get some laughs. Every time I've done it, I've gotten some laughs. I never bombed per se. These guys, like, it's almost like they didn't like it. They were just like, man, fuck you all. I was like, whoa, why is this guy turning on the audience so quickly?
And I'll explain it. Sometimes comedians get up there and they think if they first joke don't hit, all these motherfuckers hate me, so I'm gonna lean into that. Like, you hate me, instead of like, nah, do your shit, do your time. Stop shitting on the fact that it's not a lot of people here, or like, oh, this ain't a good show. Like, I don't cheat the audience. I'm gonna go up there and give him all the whole time. I'm gonna complain off stage though. Like, I thought it was gonna be more people here, or like, hey, my pay not right, yada yada. But when I go up there on stage, I'm gonna treat it like it's 50 to 60 or 100 people in front of me. I'm gonna give you a show. It's gonna be quality jokes. I was like, if it was more people, I would do some crowd work, or I might ask 1 or 2 people in the crowd something, and it brings them in, and I'm gonna give you guys a good show. And they're like, oh, that was good, man. Were you from around here? So I know I'm from California. Oh, well, let us know next time you're out here.
Well, Texas, they were like, fuck you, get the fuck back at California, goddammit.
Nah,
Wait,
they're very
not
mean.
If you're funny.
Texans were very mean to him.
No, he wasn't. Shut the fuck up, Sam. Shut up, Sam.
Nah, he's trying.
He's trying to be a comedian right now, Sam.
He's trying his best to paint the worst picture of Texas. Austin's a nice place.
I mean, I got him hooked on honey butter chicken biscuits. What more could you ask for?
Yeah, so I'm just so it's funny because I'm just like,
that's my outreach program.
Yeah.
Right.
The California Texas connection.
I gave him a Terry Blacks and honey butter chicken biscuits in the same day.
Yeah.
Now you're trying to win him.
Exactly.
Yeah, trying to keep me.
He's like, I want to move here. I'm like, no, you don't.
No, I didn't say that. I still know it's Texas. I don't give a fuck if it is Austin. It's more like open and shit like that. Yeah, I still know it's Texas.
Alan's here.
There's a protective bubble of Texas.
Yeah.
And it's in Austin.
Yeah, I mean, just like how people say, like, hey, Atlanta's great. Atlanta's welcoming. Atlanta's great and all this other stuff. But then people say, people get down to the nitty gritty. Yeah, but you're still in Georgia. Yeah. Like, once you leave Atlanta, you're still in Georgia.
Pause. You're still in Atlanta. Like, you don't got. I said you're still. Look, people say Atlanta is great. Atlanta still got to watch your back, and halfway through half that city. So.
Oh shit! I know Atlanta. Okay.
Yeah, I was like, you still.
But I'm just trying to put like a.
Yeah, no, I was like, no, I completely understand.
Yeah.
But no, again, thanks for humoring me.
Yeah.
Again,
I see what you did there.
I was not. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Who's trying to be a comedian now? Huh?
Who's real quick? Who's some of your favorite comedians?
Ooh, oh my gosh. So of course I'm a classic. I grew up on like. And I'll say it with confidence, saying much. I grew up on the Dave Chappelle. I grew up watching the whole 9. Yeah. I grew up watching Eddie Murphy. And Eddie Murphy, and that one gets me because it was a little bit like, so I was, because I was a 90s baby.
Yeah.
So because of that, I think some people are like, my generation don't understand the comedian of Eddie Murphy before the actor Eddie Murphy. And I'm like, nah, you got to go
Norbit?
back.
I love Norbit. He's hilarious.
Comedian Eddie Murphy is something something different.
Yeah.
Some smaller ones I've been recently like I said, I really do like a Morgan J. I like ones that get me to do a sideways look of like I haven't seen that before and I haven't executed that before as well. And then oh my gosh, I am blanking. And let me make sure.
Was I asked this question as well while he thinks about this?
Yeah, I got
Sure, I don't care.
Corday Snell.
Appreciate you.
There you go. No, I one time I grew up with fucking. I grew up with Bill Cosby.
Oh yeah.
God, and so I know a lot of Bill Cosby like sets. It's like my heart.
Yeah.
Cheech and Chong.
Okay.
They're very funny. I do appreciate Chappelle back then, and now even then it's starting to get a little dated. And some of it is Chappelle show.
One joke. Oh
no, just some of the old Chappelle show stuff. It's like, man, that's 2003 humor.
Oh.
Some of the stuff, the Wetback family,
Mitsubishi Wetback family.
Yeah, the N-word family.
The N-word family. My family watching the racial draft and the N-word family made them fans of Chappelle's show. Like my dad, who don't really cuss that much, he was like, "Well, that ain't my favorite family. The niggas." he don't cuss, but he would say that constantly. That shit was
well, and that goes into a whole different aspect of comedy. But and my favorite, and truly, and I don't know why I had a brain fart there, but someone who really inspired me to get more into learning comedy, just in terms of the mechanics and just was actually Greer Barnes.
Okay.
Who I think is like slept on, and I think he's so funny. I played his clips on the show before. One of my personal favorite comics, just point blank period. And he's like one of the few people who I was like it's such a unique cadence, a unique and his impressions. Like he does a ping pong joke.
Yeah.
Where he's making the ping pong sound.
That's right, you showed me.
Yeah, and I was like, and you're like, how the fuck is he doing that? So full 9, I would say he's very high up on my list.
Bruce is very funny.
I do
too.
like. I mean,
Earthquake.
Yeah. Earthquake,
No. Oh shit, Lavelle Crawford. That's also one of mine. I love Lavelle Crawford.
But also leaning into some white comedians. As I mentioned before, John Mulaney's just. I mean, it's hard not to like John Mulaney. I mean. There's things he does to make you not like him.
If you're a woman, you don't like John Mulaney.
But as a John Mulaney, the comedian, I like someone who goes up there and he talks shit about himself so much. He's like, I was on drugs.
Post-cocaine or pre-cocaine?
Like one of my favorites is like from one of his old specials. He was like, I'm gonna do this joke because I wasn't a comedian when this happened. He was like, I wish I was on Def Jam. He was like, and it was Home Alone, 1919. He's like, I'm lost in New York. He's like, oh, you stupid motherfucker, you lost in New York? Go up the street, make a ref on you right on there, you little bitch. Like, yeah, I fucked it up, but it was still hella funny because I'm like, yes, a white comedian who appreciates black comedy. I fucked you ever since then.
Because how'd I put it? John Mulaney feels like someone who's like, no, he looks funny. He looks like he's all, but I still feel like there's something in his eyes that's like, I'll fuck you up. It's like, I'm an ex-drug addict. I'll fuck you up.
Nobody thought he was doing hardcore drugs.
Yeah.
That whole time. At least they didn't know him anyway.
So somebody in the chat put the guy who I was waiting on somebody to mention, Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, you love Patrice. I put Patrice in the thumbnail for you.
Patrice is fucking great. Hell yeah. Patrice is. You know Patrice O'Neal? Okay, yeah. Patrice O'Neal is one of the fucking best, legend in the game. Elephant in the Room was probably the best special of all time, or one of the best specials ever. I know I love that shit to death, and it's super fucking funny. Like, he got me into being like, kind of be like an asshole, but also like question women on stuff, and also be like big dude can say stuff like, we can get away with stuff, because as a big dude, most people are like, oh, like I remember one time I was doing a show, it was like as the pandemic was starting to open up, right? I was in San Luis Obispo, and the guy was like, he's like, yeah, because Corday, you don't be fucking, like, you a big dude, you don't be fucking. I was like, who don't be fucking? Who don't be fucking? I be fucking out here fucking. And he was like, well, come on now, Corday, you say big dudes don't eat pussy. He's like, I was like, who don't eat pussy? Oh, he pussy out here, Corday.
That's a lie. It's a lie unless you're Sammy.
Yeah.
I was like,
what do you know? What are you talking about? No, that was made for Eden. God dang it!
I just gotta dig a hole for you that you can't.
Absolutely not. No, I won't go 2 centimeters south, but I will go right there.
It's right there.
But see, and actually, on the flip side, do you have any lady comedians you call out?
What do you mean?
Like
favorite ones?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Shut up, fool. You stupid.
I just say that all the time.
My favorite, I still say it to this day, is Natasha Leggero. Like I remember when Amy Schumer and Natasha Leggero was kind of like both bubbling up. Like, I thought Natasha Leggero should have got like the push to be like the new person. Like Amy Schumer is cool and she was like funny to a bunch of different stuff, but I always thought she was hella funny. Some more funny as shit. That's like definitely one of my favorites. Sam J. She's dope as fuck. I can't. It's always hard to think of like a bunch that like come to mind, especially like the new one. Oh, Taylor Tomlinson. I met Taylor Tomlinson.
Taylor Thompson's funny.
I met Taylor Tomlinson when she had 10 minutes at UC Santa Barbara.
Oh shit!
It's an old picture. It's like me, this guy named Eric Myers, who was the headliner, Taylor Tomlinson to the left, and this other lady who does like kind of like, she's funny. She's on the road too. She does like a lot of character comedy, and she's like, I think she has like 120,000 followers and stuff like that. And then it's me in the picture, and I'm just like, yo, crazy as hell. Oh, Annie Letterman, another funny ass chick. I met her the week after that, which is like super dope. I was like, damn, these two people who are huge now, I met in 2014 before they blew up.
I didn't get a picture with Eliza Schlesinger at UCSB.
Yes.
She was fantastic when I saw her, and I was like, she's gonna be something.
Yeah.
She's got like 9 Netflix specials now.
My God.
Like literally, I think it's like literally 7 specials.
And it's funny because a lot of people don't fuck with Eliza like that or say she's not.
Well, they
as
say
funny
she dropped off. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just like, I saw this woman in person. She gave me mad props on my jokes. She thought I was funny as fuck. She was critiquing my jokes, and it was hella funny because I didn't know who she was. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know who she was before I met her. But it's like, she just won last comic standing. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, it's some white chick or whatever. It's like, whatever.
Yeah, she's like this tall, unassuming, basic of the basic white chick at the time anyway.
Yeah. And then all the dudes in our comedy group, it was like Laughology is at UCSB, was all like fanning girling over her, and then I'm like, and I'm not, because I don't know. I was like, okay, cute white girl. She looks like a bunch of these cute white girls at this university, right?
Yeah, she looked like any girl from UC Santa Barbara.
You were like, she's interchangeable. I feel nothing.
Yeah. And then she was like, we was just bonding over jokes, and I have one homie. It was super embarrassing. He was like, oh my god. He's like, Eliza. He's like, I just think you're like so hot.
You're hyperventilating.
Yeah. Black dude, super nerdy too. He was like Nigerian.
I think you're so hot.
He was like, and I was like, Eliza. I was like, I know we talking. Can you do me a favor? Can you take a picture with this guy, and then we'll continue our conversation? And she was like, yeah. And he took a picture. He's like, thank you so much. I was like, all right, Chris, go, leave, Chris, leave. And she was like, you know him? I was like, he's a comedian. She's like, he's a comedian. He's acting like that. I was like, yeah. He's like, it's funny shit, dope shit. Like, so keep at it. So I was just like, hell yeah. So I got her blessing. So she was always a fan of mine since then. And then it was funny because I saw her special that she eventually did, and I saw that same set like live in person.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
first one, right?
Yeah, the first
Party
one.
Goblin, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, they didn't capture this right. Like I felt like the lighting was off or some shit. I was like, this fucking killed at the university. I thought it was some of the funniest shit ever. And when I saw it on the special, I was like, whatever happened, they didn't tape this right, the sound or something like that, the audience. I was like,
because the punch wasn't right.
The punch wasn't right.
Right.
I was like, this was a killer punch. This was some of the funniest shit that I've seen.
Uproarious laughter. It was crazy.
Like the place, like ha, like
right.
And it was like 250 people, and it's like basically they probably she came back and shot it there again because that's how great it captured and how dope it was. I was like, and then her special didn't capture that, so I feel like her special is like some of them haven't captured how funny she actually is.
Yeah.
But no, this has been awesome. I could spend the entire show just going off the dome and getting to focus more on just your experiences and whatnot.
Yeah.
But hey, I do have another question for y'all.
Yeah.
How was that Dr. Pepper? You just swallowed that.
Oh, that shit was delicious. Do you want one?
No, I'm good.
I know you're doing stuff, but that's just delicious, right?
Yeah.
You could taste all 7 flavors.
It's weird. New kick. I was like, hold on, that tastes different.
Yeah. There's like a complexity as opposed to just like bottle carbonation.
I like Dr.
delicious.
Pepper. It's good. Diet Dr. Pepper is the only diet drink that tastes just as good as the
Diet
regular.
A&W root beer is the same as well.
I never get diet sodas. Like, why does diet sodas have so many fucking flavors? You ever get that? Like, oh, here's the diet cherry vanilla Dr. Pepper. Here's the diet cherry with some other stuff. I was like, hey, bitch, you gonna give this shit to the regular soda or what? Like, you?
It's not going to.
I'm like, I saw.
It's not going to.
I would see Dr. Pepper stacked up, and I would see 17 flavors for diet, and I'm like, how come the regular can't get none of these fucking flavors? I see my grandma with all these fucking different cans of flavored soda, and I'm like, Grandma, it's like, no, baby, that's what the diet. Get the regular one. I was like, the plain shit. No, I'm gonna try the good shit that you got. All right.
I want to try lemon, lime, citrus, root beer.
I like.
No, Corday goes to those Coca-Cola machines at the movie theaters and presses all the flavor buttons. He's like,
you damn right I do.
One thing of Coke.
You damn right I do.
Lemon, cherry, strawberry, grape.
What I start with, I go to the Coke machine, and I get usually cherry, or I get vanilla Coke, and then I go over to the Minute Maid stuff, and then I started like figuring out which one, and then I usually get the limeade lemonade. Cause fucking
so vanilla and lime.
Yeah, vanilla and lime, and then I get a little Barge root beer because that's the best. That's one of the best right there. I know it's kind of controversial, but it's like has like a kick to it, so you can still taste it. It has bite, so you can taste it.
I think root beer is
I think it's
controversial in general.
Root beer is amazing.
Root beer sucks. You know how I feel about this.
Fuck your high C bullshit. All right,
I'll fight you.
I'll fight you for root beer.
If Minute Maid's out, I go to High C lime. That's a good one.
I am, how do I put it? Because I used to do that a lot.
Swamp.
Now, but I kind of flip my gears. I've been like experimental sodas across the world, so I'll import sodas.
Bougie. Yeah, import sodas, Mr. Bougie.
No, it's not bougie.
He's
got compounds. He's got import sodas.
Real quick. Before, how long did you live here in Texas all the time?
Yeah, 10 years.
Okay.
I've been Austin 10 years, Texas my entire life.
Okay, so you know about Big Red, right?
Yeah.
This man was like, hey, Corday, we got this real cool thing. It's called Big Red. I was like, yeah, I know about Big Red. He's like, you know about Big Red? I thought they had it in California. I was like, my family is from the South. We know where Big Red is, all right?
You'll find it. It's like Thor has a hammer. We have Big Red.
Yeah. like Big Red, Granny Goose, like all that kind of, like in Oakland, my dad was like, hey, I got introduced to Big Red. I think I was like 3. Like I knew about Big Red, and then it then became harder to find Big Red. But my dad lived in Oakland. He would like know liquor stores or where to go to. He was like, "Hey, look what I found, Big Red." I'm like, "Oh, damn, we got Big Red tonight."
So I don't like cream soda.
Well, he went
but
after
I like
the blue
Big
cream
Red.
soda as opposed to Big Red.
Because I normally find Big Red. You don't find the blue. The blue was harder to find. That's why I went after the blue.
So it's Big Red, Big Blue, Big Peach.
Yeah, he didn't know about Big Blue.
I didn't know about Big Peach.
And Big Peach is amazing.
I didn't know about Big Peach.
Yeah, no. So it's funny because it's like all hyper colors of dye.
Yeah.
So you're going to get rocked, but
Right.
No, I was like, since I didn't like cream soda growing up, I was like, how come I don't like cream soda, but I like Big Red?
Yeah.
Because Big Red's bubblegum.
It's cream soda. Still
Is
cream
it?
soda.
It's bubblegum.
No, Big Red's cream soda.
Big Red's cream soda.
Is it?
Yeah.
Big Red's cream.
Big Red's cream.
Well, Big Peach is not. The funny thing was is that like I was in the middle of a grocery store. I was like, I love Big Peach, and I was like, oh, out of context, that doesn't sound like something a normal person.
Well, but it was
should
a
say.
bunch of thick Latinos walking by, so I thought he was making a point.
But
I
you
didn't
know
he was
what?
talking about soda.
But you know what they don't
Because
have
he was
here?
talking about soda, I was talking about
But Corday-
women who was walking in.
Corday, you know what?
I almost crashed into somebody because I was staring at 2 thick Latinos who walked past.
I'm taking him to San Antonio. He's gonna have a smorgasbord.
Oh, I mean, you can just drop him off at San Antonio. He'll make his way back.
Needing them churros.
Me and Victor Wimbanyana, Yama out there. Hell yeah.
No,
my
no, they
God.
don't have here though. They don't have Cactus Cooler here. I crave that shit.
Oh, Cactus Cooler, damn.
That's the Southern California, so you probably don't even have it in the Bay.
No, we had Cactus Cooler too. Like but it's just that is like super childhood. Cause my dad like knew about all the places where to get the good sodas, like Cactus Cooler. Like what is Cactus Cooler like? Can you pull it up real quick?
It's orange and pineapple.
Orange and pineapple.
Oh yeah,
I brought some for him. He loved the shit.
Yeah, we had Cactus Cooler. It was just eventually shit was just super hard to find because it was a lot of factories in Oakland. Yeah, yep. So I knew exactly what's. Yep. So that was hard to find in Oakland after a while because the factories started closing down, but those factories are still there. So they're trying to renovate. That's where a lot of breweries come from. But all that because it was because the Bay has a big shipping yard. So a lot of that stuff used to get shipped there, like Mother's Cookies, Granny Goose, all those different type of sodas and things like that. What all I've had, but I haven't had in a while because I think they started like closing them down when I was like 9 or 10. Like
Gotcha.
I remember I used to love seeing the Mother's Cookie truck driving around because my auntie was so like proficient in like tracking people down. You know, also they had some extras. You know, you ask, hey, can I get some cookies?
Your aunt was good at tracking people down.
Like if she's driving around Oakland, because you know I didn't know this, but like sometimes when black people didn't have money, they would just go for a drive because you don't want to be sitting in the house all day. So she's driving around, and it's like, hey, if we're lucky, we might run into a truck of Granny Goose or the Mother's Cookies because there's a bunch of people who deliver in different places, right? And you run into a truck, Mother Cookies truck, hey. You got any extra cookies in there? Did you want to just toss out? And I'm like, oh yeah, I'll give you some at the light. And all of a sudden, you got 4 things of mother's cookies.
I went for drives growing up. I didn't get things.
We didn't go for we went for drives. I just didn't know we went for treats.
But
you made her sound like a CIA agent that she knew how to hunt people down.
Well,
she knew the cookie people.
I found out
That's
later she did. She had big things for mother's cookies, so sometimes she would be going to places where she kind of knew the area they was at.
She was
pulling
I could
cookie
see the
ice.
Crumbs. The dust was here 30 minutes ago.
Well, I think she knew
that direction.
I think she knew where the factories were, so she would purposely go around because if you giving out free shit, my auntie was always about free shit. She would go because she would like Granny's. She like this. I'm leaving here with something. Like
I don't blame her. Hey yo, if you can rock it, you can rock it.
That's hilarious, dude. That's funny as shit to go around hunting for free cookies.
Yeah.
I mean that's a fun activity for anybody.
So
really.
you liked Cactus Cooler. I don't know if they have this everywhere, but Tahitian Treat was my shit.
that one too.
Tahitian treat?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Damn, I ain't never seen that one.
And then it was. I remember you compare Cactus Treat, Tahitian Treat, and Hawaiian Punch. Like kind of like the 3 trifectas. And this was before the days of Fanta and all that kind of stuff. And I remember like the old school look of Sunkiss. Well, I remember it was like an orange and black wrapper that was around it. That was like the old school Sunkiss. I remember because it was like the slice.
That's right.
It was like
That's
the
right.
slice kind of a thing. So yeah.
And I'm an orange soda simp.
Yeah.
You very much are.
You
are Kel Mitchell.
100%. Because
Who loves orange soda?
I love orange soda. It's great. But tropicals, I again trying to avoid it nowadays. I've been drinking a lot more water, and water's lame.
Yeah, water's
so lame.
That's why you get the squeezy
lame.
things with Kool-Aid in them.
I've been trying.
That's not a black thing. I love Kool-Aid.
I know. I've been trying to. I didn't even take it there.
I
until you
just
said
wanted
it
to make
there.
sure they knew, the audience.
But no,
I was thinking it's a fat thing.
but I now, man, I avoid dyes a lot too. I just
Dyes?
Yeah, like
because the squeeze is a dye. So I gotta
What's wrong with the dyes?
colors and whatnot. I've been trying to just be cognizant.
What's wrong
of
with the
those
dyes?
things. Or if I can avoid it, I can. But I was like, look, I gotta event. Like I've hit this point where I'm like, waters, green teas. That's what I'm drinking most of the week. And then weekends, I get gross. So that's kind of how it's been working out.
You get gross the whole weekend or just Saturday?
I try to keep it to just Saturday, but if I have leftovers from Saturday, I'll eat them on Sunday so they're not in the house. But you know, it wavers. But I try my best to. I think the usual protocol is if I'm gonna fuck up something on Saturday. And depends on just when it kicks in. Sometimes it'll be midnight on a fucking. Sometimes it'll be when I get up on a Saturday.
So real quick, can you do me a favor?
Yeah.
Because this is we're on treats. Can you pull up an ice cream truck menu? I want to know which ones you guys pick.
Can you grab me a water, please?
I don't have any bottled waters.
Fudgesicle.
I can get you a couple water.
No, it's okay.
Okay. Wait, no water then?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I didn't order groceries, so I didn't have people.
You have one job.
I'm gonna start expensing it because it's $20 to bring all 4 those cases.
Is the water good here?
I'm also expensing half of his barbecue.
Is it tap water?
It's all right.
yeah, I get like
no, it's all
bottled
right.
water.
It's all right.
Okay.
We have filter water. The tap water's all right here.
Got you. Okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Tap water's poison in various parts of California. Like you just can't drink it.
Yeah,
I
like
don't think
Riverside.
I don't think that happens.
Like
here.
Riverside, if you drink that water, you will get dysentery.
Or superpowers.
Or if your superpower is cancer.
If there's a chance, you got to take it.
Yeah.
Hey, you
All
know
right,
gamma
so-
radiation doesn't give you Hulk strength. It gives you cancer.
So here you go. Let's go with this.
Oh,
as-
shit.
Too high tech.
Yeah, this is too high tech. You need to go 90s.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
I mean, it's the same selection, but SpongeBob's bullshit. You need to get the
Yeah,
Hulk.
it's too
You need
many-
to get
it's
the
too many
printed
characters.
Well,
UFC.
No,
not UFC.
so I will say SpongeBob and Sonic are long-standing. Kung Fu Panda's not.
No, you gotta get the.
So no Powerpuff Girls, Sonic, but you gotta have Spider-Man in there. Spider-Man was always the go-to.
Now, here's the one I
No,
want
this
to see.
is 100% an old school one. Hold up. Let
Oh
me,
yeah, you're 27. Fuck you. Or 29. Fuck you. We're 33 and 39. 37.
35.
35,
Shut the fuck up,
what-
don't age me up.
What? Why are you mad about the
I'm
slow
not-
march
I'm
of
not
death?
40 I'm not 48.
It's fine. I want those WWF, not WWE, WWF, the ones that were cookie
the little cookie,
with Bret Hart on the side.
Yeah,
That's what I want to
That's
see.
Classic right there. Hell yeah.
If you don't have that, then it's not.
Here's some
that
more options.
dollar menu. No, mom.
Okay.
Sour Patch. Fuck off. You don't know 90s for shit. You were so young.
This is late 90s. This is late 90s. Because I remember this was like, that was like invented. Like the
pop-
green, yeah.
Reese's didn't exist back when I was a kid.
So I was never an.
It's like 98 to like 2001.
Yeah, see,
I
I'm
was
talking
like
about-
little pop
See, look at that Spider-Man logo. It's bullshit.
Yeah.
Hello Kitty didn't even exist in the 90s.
I've never
I mean, she
seen
did, but she was in Japan still.
So I was never an ice cream kid. I'm going for.
You didn't have ice cream. You didn't have action figures.
No,
God damn.
I'm going for.
You didn't have action figures?
No, I didn't. I don't like toys.
He has an aversion for toys.
I don't like. I was a video game kid, so I had all the video.
No, but he never had any toys. Like he had no Spider-Man. He didn't have no Transformers,
Okay.
no Legos.
Real quick story. You know how like okay, you didn't have toys, but I know you probably had toys.
I have toys now.
You know,
I have
how they be like
too many.
You got like a bunch of toys, and they're like you need to share your toys with people, right? I would always get in trouble because I wouldn't share my toys. But the toys I was using was literally part of my world. My mom was like, "Tell me what's going on with these toys you get," because I would always put myself in the middle and then somehow just surround myself with toys. And I was like, I would create like I was basically creating like Civil War. It'd be like this character fighting this one going to all. I could literally name every single toy that I'm using is fighting somebody. And then I had like a tub full of toys. I was like, I'm just using these toys. How come they can't play with the toys that's over there in my tub? I had like a tub that was like about like this wide and it was about like this high, and then it's a fold up to the brim. And I'm like, you can't pick none of the big shit. I got a Tonka truck over there. You can't do that.
I want to vomit.
See, it was the
I want to
germs.
vomit on you. All
It
right?
was the germ. I think you've tried to explain it. It was the germs and the sharing.
Yeah, toys are nasty.
It was
Also-
germs and sharing.
I was,
You didn't
middle child. I
want
wasn't sharing stuff.
I said, but like,
I'm the youngest. I had to.
Legos were okay. I didn't have Legos, but Legos were okay.
You
Legos
sound like a serial killer.
Legos was dope.
Legos are acceptable.
But it was like easy to lose, so that's why my parents didn't buy them. But
Also,
dope.
stepping on them like you die 3 years. Like you're 3 years come off your age.
that was one.
Your
reason
health
why-
bar, not the bar goes down. The actual limit goes down.
That was one reason why my mom didn't buy Legos, because she stepped on a few. But it wasn't. I didn't leave them behind. Somebody else was playing with them and left them on the floor. It was never me. Like I remember, it's like I'm in the room. It's like, you left your Legos. I was like, no, I didn't. Mine, the ones I'm playing with, is right here. That somebody else took that and left it in there on purpose.
I like but yeah, I grew up on like video games. I like puzzles.
Same puzzle.
I like puzzles.
He's
I liked reading.
serial
You a
killer.
puzzle?
Reading was cool.
Reading?
Female.
What we're not gonna do is inhibit black men from reading. Fuck that shit. I read.
Reading is
I
for
couldn't read that much
suckers.
that growing up, so I remember. Yeah, I wasn't great at reading, so yeah, I remember I used my imagination. You know how my mom taught me how to read. This is how she taught me how to read, because I wasn't great at reading. She turned the volume all the way down, put the captions on. She's like, "Watch your favorite cartoons. You're gonna have to learn how to read." You know how many episodes I missed out on because I couldn't read what was going on?
Like-
But it taught me quick though. I figured it out.
Timmy Turner, what are you doing?
Nah. I'm talking Prime, Power Rangers.
They didn't need dialogue in those shows anyway.
You
were
did.
fine.
Okay, when they was back at you could never think about it, right? They're yelling and talking to each other in the Power Ranger suits. You don't know what they're saying.
can't
You
lip
gotta
read.
read it. You can't lip read. You can't lip read that. You gotta know what they're saying, because like, oh, look, you're scroll. It like it's more for time. They said like, I'm calling the Zoids, stuff like that. But if you can't read, you like, I think he called the
you think
Zoids.
when he goes, he's not calling a Zord? You didn't learn that like 3 episodes in? Come on.
Hey, I'm 4. I'm like 5, 6, 7.
on.
Like, come on now.
Yeah, my mom.
I got an
He's like
imagination.
5, 6, 7, 9, 12. I was 12 years
My-
old watching Power Rangers.
My
But then
mom
it
was.
you don't know the story plot.
My mom was like,
Excuse me.
I had to knock out either like I want to say 3 chapters before I could like partake in anything, and then
Okay.
eventually I just got to a place where I was like, I like books a lot. So I'll just do that.
I got a funny thing on my Instagram. I'm gonna send to you because it's very relatable. You remember those the reading logs things?
Yeah.
I made a
Reading
joke.
logs.
I made a joke about reading logs, and you probably one of those people who was like, my mom would actually checked, and I had to do that shit.
Oh.
I didn't do that because I wasn't a great reader, so I couldn't be out here doing shit. So
I lied on every one of those summer reading logs. I didn't read for shit during any summer. Maybe once.
Reading is great.
Reading's for suckers.
Now reading,
reading is great now. Yeah, I got a
Reading-
bunch of books.
but like I will say,
I have a library. Yeah.
I wish. It's not that I don't wish I liked toys. I was just like, nature, running outside and bike. I had bike. Like I did stuff. Toys was just the one thing
I had
I
all
could
that.
not.
But he
I mean,
didn't.
you know the perfect time to play with toys is when you can't go outside and it's dark.
That's when. You know what else is there? The SNES. It was right there, chilling, singing my name.
Yeah, but the
It was a great old time.
SNES couldn't make a situation where I played
SNES?
football.
SNES?
Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Super Nintendo
who
Entertainment
abbreviate
System.
shit? I hate acronyms like that.
No, that's what it's called.
Super Nintendo Entertainment System. SNES.
I never heard nobody say that.
Really? That's like what it's called. Like that's what it's usually
Super
called.
Nintendo.
Well, that works too.
I mean, that works too. It's like the SNES is.
No one's gonna say you're wrong, but you can't say we're wrong for saying it
I
right.
just never heard nobody say that.
the
Well,
SNES.
now you have.
Yeah.
Point is,
I mean, I saw the letters there. I didn't know what it meant.
He's like,
I can't beat that. I can't beat that one.
I mean, I'm saying.
Super Nintendo.
Like, to this day, I'm bad with acronyms. Like, somebody
He
says
did
acronym,
just yell at acronyms earlier.
and I'm like, what's that? Like, what's that?
Oh, you take my job. We have a lot of acronyms.
He's like,
I'm a teacher. I hate my job too because we use a lot of acronyms as well. And I'd be like, hey, so why don't you just say the full thing? What that means?
Sound that out.
Yeah, it's like just say it because like people they'll talk in acronyms, and I'm just like, okay, just be clear real quick. I'm not sure if anybody else following along. What does this word mean, or what does this acronym mean? And people start saying it, and then I'm always the person who will ask, and like I don't know, I'm just trying to learn and I repeat it to myself, and people are like, oh, okay. There's always people like that because they assume we know it, but like, but not everybody does. We don't want to be in this fucking meeting in the first place, all right?
this man uses automatic teller machines. God damn it! All right.
I would again.
He's not dealing with these ATM bullshit.
Exactly.
Also, for the record, they said my family was into sports. I never got to finish my statement, which was you play football with the action figures. Like Cable was a mean linebacker.
so.
Spider-Man was a cornerback.
So.
Gambit was a quarterback because he had the open hand and he could hold a football.
Yep. I did that.
Serial killers.
Spider-Man 1, Tobey Maguire was a good receiver too. Possession
I don't trust
receiver. Punisher was a fullback. Silver Surfer was running back.
Spider-Man was cheat in my world because if I was a quarterback and I throw it, like Spider-Man had an ability to get it because if I throw it deep in the air, what does Spider-Man do? Swing up the middle of the sky.
Right.
I remember one time I threw like way back. I got sacked. It was like NFL blitz with Spider-Man.
Right.
So I'm like way back on the 1 yard line. Drop back. He throws the ball hella high up. Spider-Man jumps off the bed, catches it right in the end zone, touchdown.
Look at these two pieces.
Imagination.
Imagination.
Yeah,
bitch.
you make a lot of money and are very successful in your life. We have imagination and do comedy, all right? So
You don't do comedy.
fuck off.
I have
You stand up.
I do comedy. This is a comedy
You don't
podcast.
stand up. You don't do stand up. That's what
I could do what you do. I can make more people laugh than you.
Stop it. Stop
like
it. Stop it.
tomorrow.
Why is it not a con? Don't make it a con.
We will be.
it.
But what I would say,
I'll go to the Bay Area and
Stop
say
it.
they not
but
like
I,
us.
I just finally
As
feel
a
like
stand-up.
Stop going to the Bay and saying that shit. It's an LA thing, all right? It's specifically like it's a California thing,
But
it's really an LA
It's
thing.
an LA
That's
thing.
'cause-
E40 type beat. That's what they said.
No,
They
it very
describe
much
it
is.
as.
It very
Right.
much is. Have you seen the video?
yeah, of course.
Okay, so the first part of the video, I was like, this is a very Bay like beat. And then
Yeah.
somebody said they sampled some other song. I'm like, no, this is a Bay Area beat. And like they like us, it's very.
If you bounce, it is a Bay Area beat. If you groove, it's an LA beat. Right.
I'm appreciative for this topic because the first time, this has been a minute, usually I'm ganged up on, but finally Sin Oro came through and highlighted, we got bats and soccer balls for Christmas, and I appreciate
We
it.
had those
Different
too.
family-
Yes,
different
and-
families, different strokes for different boats.
I got that for Christmas. I got that from the sport that I was playing too.
Right.
So my bat was during baseball season. I didn't play football, Little League, but I got like a basketball and stuff like that because I got a hoop. I got a hoop for Christmas.
I played.
I was fast.
I got a hoop in basketball.
I played football, and then I played with my toys while watching Dragon Ball Z after football practice in sixth grade.
No, I was just-
That's the life right
I had
there.
a Game Boy at that point.
I was like
I had
football,
a Game Boy too.
football into if I get home, I'd probably be on my Game Boy or reading a book, and then
Doing puzzles.
I like puzzles, bitch.
Playing Lincoln Logs.
You are way too. I am.
You had an erector set?
Puzzles are dope.
You had old.
Puzzles are not dope.
You had a science kit from the '60s. Just
Look,
a lot of
oh,
those
I
damn
did.
puzzle pieces
I
look like
did.
good
I do
things.
like science
that
kits.
shit. That shit had like
You had a science kit?
uranium.
Yeah.
Where it's like, oh, you're not
You
supposed
had
to
a
have
science,
this.
and you trying to shit on toys, and you had a science kit.
Hey.
what is wrong with you?
Nature's fun and science is
You know
fun.
who says that? Nerd.
Nerd. Dork.
Dexter. And no one likes you. No one likes you. Point Dexter.
All right, look. I lived my life. All right, I lived my truth. I did sports and nerdy shit, and that's okay.
Yeah.
And then I my imagination. I do inner monologues. All right, that's what I would do. A lot of internal thought.
Me too.
You were just monologuing Lincoln Park.
That
Lincoln Park
monologue
lyrics.
started like with me, and then expanded to my imagination with me and my toys.
Right.
'Cause you had to voice the toys, so your inner monologue, you was restricting your inner monologue.
I picked 4-leaf clovers, shit like that. Like I was out in fields.
I mean, yeah, I did that too when I was outside. Yeah,
Yeah, we had clovers.
Like my parents are like, "Hey, y'all been in the house too long. Go outside and play."
Right. And we play football, and it'd be a fun time with my brothers, and my brother was swimming around and get dizzy, and
bikes.
we would make obstacle courses in the backyard.
Just the time you spent on toys, I'd do that more. And if it was raining, I'd be reading. Because reading and raining.
This kid,
rain.
This kid was whimsical. He's over here, a good child, is wistfully looking out the window while it's raining.
wait,
For a 6-year-old, just like, Mother, is dinner ready?
Yeah. Oh.
Not yet, son. Continue reading your book. Thank you. It's just gonna get to the good part.
I like.
What age did you learn how to read?
Oof, really young. My mom had me.
I'm sorry, Brad's tail. Nerd.
I would want to say my mom had some sort of book in my hands around 2 and 3. I've always been accelerated reading.
Okay, that's why. It's fucking
Right.
Fucking.
He was
nerd.
destined for things,
yeah.
man. Fuck you.
No, I didn't learn to read till like 2nd grade. Really.
Jesus Christ. Okay, that's bad.
Calm down.
Hey, I was.
The word reading would always scare me. I knew how to read. I just didn't think what I was doing was reading. Because I remember like a black dude, like he sat next to me. He was like, "What's this word?" I was like, "Blue." What's this? Yellow. Like, so I like just say it, and he's like, "Now read this." And I was like, "Oh, I can't read," not knowing that what I had just did was reading. And so he explained to me, he's like, "Oh, you can read. It's just the word. Does the word reading scares you?" I was like, "Yes," because it's a new word. He's like, "You've been reading everything." He was like, "What's that?" He's like, "What's that?" I was like, "Pokemon." Like, so I can just point. You point to it, I can read it. But the term reading kind of scared me. So I'm like, "Oh, I actually was reading. I just had like a fear of it." And then I remember I went from like a kindergarten, 1st grade reading level in 2nd grade to like when I hit the 4th grade, I was at like a 6th grade reading level. Like,
Yeah, no, I mean, my mom. I mean, I just had African parents, so
Yeah, I
like,
got you.
like it was just like we didn't come across this country for you to not read.
No, I got you.
You know, so but I feel like everyone has that curve. Everyone has a point where their reading steps up.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
well.
Yeah.
Being cognizant, a lot of people have points where the reading just like goes like this. Yours is 4th grade. That's
And
cool.
then there's a bunch of dipshits that are illiterate now to this day and they vote for Trump.
I said, well, don't take it there.
Oh, they
That's
do.
Not, that's
No,
not
that's
the,
like a
that's not
fact.
the topic.
That's like a
Not
fact,
the topic
though.
today.
It kind of is.
It's
Because
a fact.
I remember some of the people who was like in the slow reading group in my high school at this point was trying to tell me, especially like, no, you gotta do your own research. And I'm like, you can read research. Look at you. Like, you should vote for Trump. I was like, you could barely. If it wasn't for the guy named Trump, what does Trump mean? Like, you kind of
What's the actual verb?
yeah, like you gotta. It was funny because it was all those people who said, "Nah, I'm not gonna fall for this stuff." I'm like, man, you ditch class all the time. I can't listen to you. Because you were never a bright student. So all of a sudden now you got, you know how the people like believe in like conspiracy theories and all that kind of stuff. Those are all the soul reading groups. And they all was like telling me I should vote for Trump or like COVID ain't real. This is like a
No
fucking,
Child
like,
Left Behind ruined a fucking generation.
It did. No Child Left Behind fucked a ton of people. And they promoted abstinence only programs, and that's why school starts earlier now, because No Child Left Behind. It was like, well, we need more time. We don't need a longer summer. We need a shorter summer. That's why we don't start. What is it, Labor Day?
Labor Day.
Well, that's why we don't start after Labor Day. We start in August now.
Clemmy, that's a good analogy. Some people have the wheel spinning, but the hamster is not. Hamster's chilling on the side. Just- Nah, I like my usual thought process is like, look, no matter what the subject is, whether it's something in relation to politics, sciences, or whatever, I know for a fact that if you're trying to tell me something that says, research says, I know you haven't read the paper.
Yeah.
All right.
I also know you haven't read the counter arguments in conjunction with the paper.
Yeah.
So you're not going to come up to me and say, research says you've read the Cliff Notes.
Yeah.
Which means you've not read the research.
Also, the point you're making is fucking dumb anyway. That's usually the
And
conclusion.
usually you're trying to fight for, because I like to say, look, when it comes to a lot of things, any form of research, there's always going to be like a lot of valuable points, and then there's going to be counter arguments, and you can usually tell, like, hey, if this has a bunch of research towards it, and most of it's positive, then you can kind of trend your decision that way. That said, I know, like, don't come to me saying statistics say if you didn't read the report around the statistics, you didn't click that tiny ass 1 or 2 that's next to the thing. Like, under any report, there's always going to be a block of text where you can go to the annotated notes and you can read where that text is pulled from. And if you're not reading that, do not come to me about an argumentation. Because, case in point, annotated papers and debate subjects. Like, I couldn't just put anything I wanted on a paper unless it was in persuasive speech and I was bullshitting. Where I tell you, I'll be sitting there, it's persuasive. I'll be like, foreign policy. But like, you know,
This is why the Mexicans don't deserve rights.
That's not what I was saying.
Why are you arguing that?
But
That's not the assignment.
But they give you a subject to like, oh, like should XYZ get aid? And I was like, oh man, all right, let
First
me
of all,
convince
Mexicans aren't people.
I
so.
said,
I remember it was funny, like, because I was in debate and stuff like that, or like a speaking class. That was like, we want you to join debate, and it was like, pick a topic that you believe that you're very for, but argue against it. And the topic that I chose was athletes shouldn't be paid. And then I remember somebody went up after me because I was so well doing it that they was just like, "Are you serious, bro? You don't think we should get paid? Aren't you an athlete and stuff like that?" But then I said at the end of it, I was like, "And I don't believe none of the shit I said."
but that's how it is. But that's also why I like, and I think that more people need to spend time. You should. What I think anybody should do research, if you want to go into my firm beliefs around any relation to this, is you should take the point you're very for.
Yeah.
You're very much for, and do exactly what you did. Argue against it.
Yeah.
Because then you're going to understand the points of like, okay, either I get this or I see the fallacies of what led you to that thought process.
I mean, and then like I can always think about stuff like that too. Like, but I can understand. Like, I can understand being conservative. I don't understand sometimes being like a Trump supporter and that kind of stuff. Like choose like another like conservative person I can understand and go with. But sometimes like you hear the stuff that Trump has said, and you be like, oh no, the media's twisting that, and then he says it again. So I'm just like. I can't argue for him when I constantly hear the stuff that he's saying that people say, no, he didn't say, it was twisted. And I'm like, I watched him say this. And so, like, that's the harder part of me to...
Oh, no. Also, and I say, and I'm going to put an asterisk here.
Yeah.
Again, I'm being very careful about how I'm framing this. This does not apply to one particular person.
Oh, yeah.
This is just in general conversation.
We're talking about politics. I'm used to watch.
But TJ, here's the problem though. When I have an idea and I have to put the counter, it's wrong. So like, why would I waste my time being wrong like they are?
Hilarious. Yeah, you're stupid. Anyway.
No, because I'm right and they're wrong. Why would I waste my time being wrong?
Well, I don't think anyone's always right. I don't think there's any.
I am.
Time out. There are some certain 100% rights, like put salt in your food. That's 100% right.
Season your food.
Unless
make sure it has flavor.
Unless it's snails,
in which case
they'll dissolve.
Real quick, this is funny as hell. Like I just thought about this. It was a funny ass clip that my homie sent me. He was like, black people when they was sitting at diners and stuff like that, and they going to be served at like all these like white diners and all these white establishments. And when they finally was able to segregate all these white on these diners, and they went in there and tried the food. He was like, "This the bland ass food I was fighting for."
That's true.
I got all these ass whoopings for this bland ass food.
Right, they were pissed off. Like I took all these beatings, water hoses.
Yeah.
Fucking pissing me
But
off.
it was more than that, but that was funny as hell to hear. That was like a funny little shit. So,
Also, I don't know what the fuck that guy's talking about in the cat. You're reading it right?
That's a hard sentence to
Finally,
understand.
a stream that carefully frames, wait, but I'm right, and they're wrong. I don't know what that's supposed to mean. A framing's pretty good.
I'm pretty neutral. It's like I'm neutral on a lot of things. I was just saying you should
red is
argue.
not blue. I'm more confused than insulted. So welcome to the stream.
oh, okay. Thank you, Kala. I get that. Yeah, I definitely get that.
Bed of nails. Bed of nails theory.
Yeah.
But
Some people think Dr. Pepper
operates off of like crumb. I remember like someone like said he operates off of crumbs of truth. Like he goes, there was crumbs of truth in that statement that he said. Yeah.
Well, getting off of politics because I did not want to be there, and I can't, and I actually can't talk in politics.
So Palestine.
You want to talk about?
Well, no, I was talking about treats. Going back,
We're off this. Yeah.
I'm still mad that this is the option. We need older.
We need older. Yeah.
We need 84.
these are all the options.
Look up 1984.
That y'all would not. Y'all are what?
They have scans. I've done this before.
You're not from 1984.
I'm not from 1984.
That's
but
how long it took them to change it.
No, yeah, exactly. Yeah, Bret the Hitman Hart was Owen Hart was dead by the time, but he was still on the ice cream truck when I was a kid.
I'm gonna do 90s ice cream.
That's fucked up, but that is hilarious. Load them into AI and
Eats blueberry pie and nods. We had blueberry waffles this morning. It was.
Oh yeah, I was against blueberry waffles for some reason.
It was hella fun. He was like, "Corday, you don't need to buy 2 things of blueberry waffles." I was like, "Yes, I do.
Yeah,
trust me, I eat 5 at a time." And
blueberry waffles are so good. Sorry, I was checked into this. Blueberry waffles are so good.
And then I ate them this morning, and then all of a sudden, like I'm eating them, and then like I sit down, like about to lay down for a nap, and then all of a sudden Sammy gets up. Yeah, let me get some waffles. I was like, Yep, told you.
And I also had the other 5 over the course of the day.
It was Eggo blueberry?
Mm-hmm. Yep. No, that was HEB blueberry. Same thing.
Nah, because Eggo waffles, first of all, let me tell you, let me put y'all in. Eggo waffles are already great.
Yeah.
But they're blueberry and they're chocolate chip. Eat them chocolate
No, the
chips.
chocolate.
Hold on. What's
No,
the
chocolate
difference?
chips
What's the difference between
chocolate
homestyle and buttermilk?
I think one's made with buttermilk.
Yeah, home style is more fluffy, I believe.
Okay.
Are you talking about home style brand?
No, I'm talking about like it's Eggo waffle homestyle, Eggo waffle buttermilk. They taste the same to me.
Oh, okay. This is 100% from my childhood.
I swear to God, if there's an anime character, it's wrong.
not that.
Anime didn't exist when I was buying ice cream from
I
trucks.
bet you saw like one Goku that didn't last.
Nah, when I was buying ice cream from trucks, Goku didn't exist.
No, I mean it was like added.
Also, do I feel? Oh yeah, he was added as a sticker at the edge.
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Pikachu is also
Yeah, nobody got those, and then like they quickly got removed.
because that's the thing. I have real vivid memories of the ones with the gumball eyeballs.
Yeah,
Like I know I
or
could.
like the hand.
This was 90s. Y'all gonna have to work with this. I'm not pulling
Bratz.
another. Bratz was 90s.
No, it wasn't. Bratz was 2000s.
No, Bratz was not 2000s.
It was 2000.
When was the toy brand Bratz invented? 2001. Eat my butt.
I remember it came out like 7th grade. I remember saying,
Well, fuck it. Y'all are never 2000.
Fine, fine. Okay.
Y'all working with what we got.
I just want the WWF.
just Google that. WWF.
No,
Popsicles.
y'all said ice cream menu, and then we'll get this WWF.
God damn it.
But these aren't okay. So I memorize Fudgesicle, that one right there. I used to get the Fudgesicle a bunch. Sometimes I would get the Sonic thing, but then there never was enough ice cream. The Choco Taco was too expensive, and so was the other shit.
Damn, it's
so,
$4. Yeah,
Yo,
what kind
the
of
Choco
prices are
Taco
you
was
looking at?
premium.
What time are you
It was
looking
premium,
at?
yeah.
Super premium.
So that was, I think that might have been like $2, and at the time that was a fuck ton. So my mom will get that. I remember also my mom used to get the banana Fudgesicle. Oh, she'd always got that.
Ooh, no,
so
thank
I used to
you.
get the Fudgesicle, the chocolate Fudgesicle. She wanted the banana fudge one. Specifically, my dad would probably wanted like an ice cream sandwich, but he would get mad when they looked big but they were super small because they actually had bigger ice cream sandwiches.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden they was like super small. He's like, what the fuck? And then so he'd be like, ask them how big they are, tell them to show you it, and if it was a small one, give me 2. If it was a big one, give me 1. So that was the fun thing. And then usually if it was 3 flavors, it was big, but if it was a small one, it was usually just vanilla. And then or he would get can you pull it back up?
Yeah.
Okay, then he would get the ice cream cone with the vanilla inside. He would get that one.
So I'll tell y'all, I was always fruit. So, but not bomb pops. I was not a bomb pop person. Bomb pops are fine.
I'm sorry.
Bomb pops are fine.
No, you said I'm always fruit. And I was like, you did read as a child. I'm sorry. That is boo. I know, hack.
The red, white, and blue one sometimes I would get too.
I love Sonic. I love the Sonic
Yeah.
and Tweety. Tweety was good.
Ninja T. I would do Ninja Turtle of those.
My sister would get the.
And
gotta
then
go to
any
Ninja
one of
Turtle.
these bars down here that
Yeah.
were not the chocolate or orange cream. I definitely
Gotta give me the orange
flavors.
cream. What? No orange cream?
Banana cherry was good. The watermelon was good. And then they used to have the twin ball screw with gumballs at the bottom. That was fire too. The only one that they're missing that was more kind of ice cream based was like a Looney Tunes one,
Yep.
Looney Tunes cup, and it had like 3 different colors in that bitch. And it was more ice cream than fruit, but it was good.
There was a Bozo the Clown, like small little cup. That was like the ones that they had up there, and everybody had like 3 flavors. I think it was like green, pink, and orange. That shit was bomb as fuck. And then like at the bottom, I think sometimes it would come with like gumballs in it. Or like there was also like a mitten because I played baseball. My mom was like, "Don't you want the baseball glove?" Because it would be like a baseball and it had a big ass. The baseball was like a big ass piece of gum.
hold
Yeah.
on. I think I saw that one just a bit ago. What about you, Samuel? What were some of the ones you got?
Well, if you could find it, the WWF Brett the Hitman Hart cookie ice cream on a stick sandwich thing. I don't even remember what it looked like. That's why I wanted to see. Yeah, but
Yeah.
not the Rock.
Yeah.
But anyway.
But those
were delicious.
Those was actually fucking.
Those like the whatever bread cracker graham
Crisp.
material that is
That shit was bomb.
amazing.
Fucking delicious, yeah.
I would go Ninja Turtle, the rocket, the one that the push pop. The what here? Which one? Go back to the one we were at.
Hold up. Now, there was one that had the mitt, and so I think that was the most accurate.
Click on the top right. This one. What's this one right here?
This one over here?
Yeah, let me see that one.
That's too
This
small.
one.
Damn
Oh,
it.
fucking never mind.
That one didn't have like any of the fruit flavors on it, and I don't
Okay.
think that's going to take us.
See, but no, there was the push pop. Go back to the one you were at though.
Oh, got you. I had that.
Top right. Or what? Now it's top middle. Okay. So
Oh, that wasn't one.
that wasn't. Oh yeah, the Mario one
Mario
was
was
solid
classic.
too.
Yeah.
The Mario one was delicious.
That was right around the time the
There you
movie
go.
came out.
So the push, the one next to Tweety. The one where you'd push the stick up.
Oh, the push stick?
And it's like gooey. It's not like quite frozen or ice. It's like goo.
Yeah.
That shit was delicious. I got orange pop. You don't have it there, but the red and orange rocket pop. Not the rocket pop with the America one, but the one that was like 12 inches and it was just ice and orange and whatever.
That was an underrated one because
That one was-
would be like fucking huge.
And the Screamer cookies and cream one, the cup,
Yeah, the cup,
cookies and cream.
yeah.
My sister would get that, and I learned about that. And you get the wooden stick, and you're just
See, I went for like the chill because again,
delicious,
like
bro.
and this is probably like growing up in a little bit of different environments because when it's hot, I don't want cream. I want
we got
frozen- I
hot,
want
but
juice.
we would only do that chill one at Disneyland, the
See, I want
lemonade,
chills.
because it was frozen solid and it was lemonade, and so it took you 40 minutes to eat
Yeah,
it.
sometimes those things like at an ice cream truck for like how we said it was frozen solid.
Yeah.
So you would try to eat it and you just have to let it like
It's all
sit. You just have to sit like and you like kind of it's like well and everybody your cousins everybody like eating the shit. I was like fuck. So I remember for me the fudge sickle was always like a good go to because like if it was like it was frozen. You just wait a little bit and then you could always eat it. And then if it started freezing a lot, or like I would just go get a little cup, take a little thing out, and then it was just good to eat.
But I'd also say, man, like, and for me, the push pops were the Flintstones push pop.
Yeah, the Flintstone push pop.
Because that was
Had
the
to
happy
be.
middle ground.
Yeah,
Because it was ice cream, kinda,
yeah.
but it was more fruit than anything else, and I,
I was
like
always
that.
pissed because it was never enough. Also, the reason why I
You,
got the
you want a giant one?
yeah,
that'd be
because
great.
Because the fudge sickles was like 50 cents,
Right.
so I got two. Because everybody was like, "Oh, you got $1 get some ice cream," so I'll get two fudge sickles. And then like everybody else would be like, it'd be like $1 or like, and then like the push pops for some reason was like 75 cents,
Right.
or like $1. And I'm like, I got less for the same price. I'm like, oh nah.
Well, fine. I have a question then, because I feel like everybody had this in their life when they were in truck ice cream times.
Yeah.
Who was the person that saved either half or all of their ice cream and ate it later?
My mom.
Your mom?
My mom.
And she would eat it in front of you and be like,
all the time.
I want it. And they're like, no, you already had yours.
Yep,
But you're
my
like,
mom. Because she ordered the one with the brown with the banana, so it's like the chocolate, banana, and the fudge. So she'll eat the top part and like get to the banana, and be like, all right, I'm gonna save this off later. And then, or sometimes she would get the fudge sickles as well, and then she'd be saying like, oh, don't eat my fudge sickle, but they'll be melted. I was like, I don't want that shit.
my sister would do that. She would get the chocolate taco, eat half of it. Or like the cookies and cream,
Yeah.
and eat half of it. And
Yeah,
then,
I'm not a
and then-
saver.
Yeah, and then she would come back, and I'd be like eating it, and I'm just like, I want ice cream, but it's like you had ice cream, but your
Yeah.
child brain doesn't process that you've had ice cream.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah, give me one of them weird fuckers.
That's
Give me one of those guys.
classic right there. So yeah, so go back. Go
Yeah,
back.
that was a list.
So
10 favorite ice treats.
Yep,
Let's
yep.
click on the top 10.
Yes, yeah.
The article
So
itself.
that one right there. So you see the giant ice cream sandwiches. My dad would always get the ice cream sandwich with like Neapolitan and shit like that because he was like that was the big one.
That was
that's
was the one that
right.
like. But no, I would say like as a bigger kid, there was no.
I think we were all bigger
Yeah.
kids, as it were.
I wasn't.
Oh, were you not?
Nah, I wasn't.
I would say like the fastest
Seventh grade because I stopped playing sports.
Fair.
the fastest way to get me to run, a 4 flat 40 was when I heard that jingle, and you see the jets come on. It'd be like because our neighborhood didn't get the ice cream truck all the time.
Right.
I never got the ice cream truck. Occasionally, when the motherfucker was like,
Yeah.
I guess I'll stand turn down
At
this
the
street.
NFL Combine, you're like, can I have
So,
an accommodation? What is it?
So like
ice cream truck.
So like you,
That's exactly what it was.
I was always Corday, go stop the ice cream truck guy. Here's a few dollars. Like I was, no matter where. That was the one time I could cross the street without nobody looking.
You were the
Like,
anchor.
I was the anchor. So to be like, so then I remember as I started getting bigger, that's what I was like, I couldn't catch him. It's like you couldn't catch. And my mom was like, oh, he's like, you need to start playing sports again. Like, are you out of sports? You out of shape? Because I was always able to catch the ice cream truck, no matter where he was. I mean, I remember one time I was chasing him down the block. I stopped him.
He just kept going.
I just kept going. It's like, hey, hey. And he
It's
just
once
kept
again like the opening from Spider-Man, where the bus driver's just looking at the rear view, laughing
I
at
wish. I was like, I picked up the Jets, and that shit was like hot because usually you be inside and you get punched in the face without AC. But then and we never lived on the first floor in a lot of our apartments. We always lived on like the second floor. So it used to have to be like a leap of faith from step 5.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, yo.
And if your ankle gave out, you don't get ice cream that day.
And then you got to know like who's in the next building over. You're gonna be like, hey yo, my buddy Josh, he's over there, so he's gonna stop it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
So I gotta stall.
Yeah.
Josh always has cash. Fuck that guy. He's never digging for coins.
Like, but
he just always has his money ready.
I never saw the other flavors of this, to be honest.
Let me see.
But the Flintstones put shops.
Oh yeah, that orange one was fucking
The
killer.
orange one was the main one.
Golly.
You need the orange one.
I want one now.
I never saw the.
Can
other
we get
ones.
one? Where are these?
No, I never saw those. I think I saw them once because my auntie bought them, but of course she's an auntie like who said it was just for my kids, so y'all can't have none because y'all gonna eat them all up.
Ooh.
I don't have. Nah.
Yeah.
That's how you get on my bad side forever.
Right.
Well, that's how they do. But then so one of my cousins used to eat it all in our face all the time. He'd be like, "You can't have none." My mom said, "You can't have none." And he'd do it purposely, and he would eat up everything. So my cousin would eat up all the stuff, and my auntie, he would lie to my auntie, said that we ate it. Sometimes we might just have like a lick or whatever ice cream he had because he had like 4 of them. So she'd be like, "How does ice cream? Y'all over here eating up all this ice cream?" No, his son did it.
He ate
blamed
4
us.
and blamed his cousin. Fuck
Yeah,
that guy.
yeah.
Can I fight your cousin? Is he alive?
He's alive.
He's not going to be for
Why would he
long.
not be alive?
I don't know. If he's eating 4 ice creams as a child every day and
He was
blaming
chubby as a
people.
kid. He
I'm
was
about to say, I might have heart
he
issues.
smoked weed and like walked everywhere, so now he's skinny.
That's unjust.
How? Damn it!
That's unjust.
He got the fucking perk from smoking weed. That's great.
He ate 4 ice creams.
So
and-
I never understood why he got so small, right? So then my sister broke it down. She was like, "Oh, so we would walk to somebody's place like to get the weed, right?" And I was like, "Okay." And then they would go smoke, and we had like this. So we have like a BART, Bear Rapid Transit, like a train, right?
Yeah.
So they would go smoke. And then they would walk to smoke and stuff like that, and they couldn't come back to my grandma's house because that's where they stayed, right? So they had to walk off the high. So they were just walking for hours to get the high off, and then they would stop and get food and then come back to the house.
Why get high at that point? High is for treats and sitting and watching television.
Well, actually, they've made it an activity.
Right.
That's what they did.
They're only
They made
walking
an activity.
8 miles smoking weed. That's crazy.
So yeah, that's what they did, and I was like, so we would lose heck of weight, and he would just get used to walking everywhere, because then he'd be like, "Oh, the bus take too long, I'm gonna just walk there."
How long have we been going? Jordan asked how long we going to be on.
Not much longer.
How long have we been on?
2 hours.
2 hours? Oh, shit. Damn.
Yeah,
It's been 2 hours?
Yeah, we kicked it off.
Christ.
Yeah. Going on
Oh,
this.
snow cone. I saw snow cones, and I'm
Snow
like,
cones next.
damn. I haven't had a snow
I
cone
never
in a
got the
while.
snow cone often. I haven't had a snow cone in general.
You want to talk about a hot day item? Snow cone. You get the fucked up mix of blue and red, make that deep purple.
Well, because
Fuck yeah, dude. It's just syrup on the bottom. Oh,
flavor.
Oh, I want it. Oh my god, you're making me want all these things.
People speak about the Choco Taco, but Choco Taco was if you had a good tax bracket. So I did not
We
get
did.
Choco
Very
Taco.
much so.
we that was not everyone could
Very-
get one, but
that
my
was-
sister
yeah.
and my brother would get one. They were
Never,
older.
I think I had one. I think I've had one.
Yeah.
Because when the Choco Taco went to Taco Bell, I remember I wanted it. I remember I never got it.
Too big of a commitment for me.
It's like I was like, because I used to I was sitting there doing economics early. I was like, according to my calculations, $4 towards this Choco Taco could be 4 Airheads and then an ice cream from the ice cream truck. Because
Right.
ice cream trucks, your ice cream truck was only as good as its auxiliary snacks in conjunction with its ice cream. Because if it didn't have pickles and some other shit, because I don't even like pickles, but if it didn't have other offerings,
Yeah, if it didn't have pickles, you like, what you doing?
unless you doing like, 'cause
Our guy had a cap gun. I got a cap gun one time from
my guy had
from that guy.
candy, so like that's how I
that
like.
too.
My guy, yeah, we had candy
too.
too, but I
had
got a cap
candy.
gun from the ice cream man. They don't even fucking make those anymore. I don't think. Kids get shot for real now.
This one's for you, top number 4.
Fuck yeah. No, I just have the vivid memory of the consistency of that paste ice cream. Is it ice cream?
It's
Is it
so
fruit?
hard to describe. It's like
milk. I don't know what it is, but it's frothy.
it doesn't have milk in it.
I don't know.
but it feels like it's frothy.
It's
for some-
frothy. It's a solid
But that's
froth.
why I like it so
And you
much.
better not drop the gumball R's. You better.
Oh,
not
you
drop
no.
the gumball R's.
That was the first thing that go in.
I remember.
Because the gum is hard as shit because it's cold.
No, dude.
And so you're like, what?
Keep going.
I don't want it anymore. But the gum is super hard because it's cold.
Yeah.
And so you're just like, "Dang, dang, dang, ice cream. It's like a great sensation of flavors.
Yeah.
Well, we got the chip sandwich, cookie sandwiches. Then we have the WWE cookie bar.
There we
Those
go.
are so
Yep.
fucking
So
good. Do those
So
exist
good.
now? I think they might. I want one though.
Probably not the WWF.
Yeah,
'cause I don't.
I'll get Roman Reigns on one. Shit.
Those things are so damn good. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
The screwball, which is what I was talking about earlier, where it's like the juice with the little how to put it.
These was always like giving out at like random like fair stuff like that, and it was always like vanilla with like chocolate chocolate sauce or something like that. So yeah, that was always what I was giving out. I remember those. So.
And then strawberry shortcake, which I never had actually.
Oh, I love those.
My mom
I love those.
My mom loved it. And I started liking those too. So then she got mad because I liked them.
Sorry. So I found them, and they have like John Cena on them.
Oh.
And someone was like, 4 stars, tastes really good, but not close to the original. Number 1, not the same bars. This was not the same tasting ice cream as my childhood. I'm not happy because it's not the same. Connell M. He was so sad.
There's more food loss.
Yeah.
Right.
Shit changed.
Dude.
It's like Trix is not good anymore.
Cereal does not taste the same.
Right, because they don't have red dye number 4.
And then sugar.
Red dye number 4 was delicious. Yeah, it gives you
Cocoa Puffs
cancer.
changed.
It gives you yellow number 3. It gives you cancer. But guess what?
It tastes
that shit tastes the rainbow.
fine. Cocoa Puffs used to be.
Hey, also, we're getting older and our taste buds change, and time is slowly going to consume us, and nothing's going to taste
I
good
remember
ever
my cousin
again.
was like, "Hey, we can make
Nothing.
Reese's Cup cereal." He was like, "We just need Cocoa
Not
Puffs and
acknowledging that.
Captain Crunch peanut butter, and that tastes way better than Reese's." I'm not gonna lie.
Waffle crisp.
Wait.
Oh my god!
They brought it back, and guess what? It wasn't as sweet.
It's not as sweet.
It's not as sweet.
It's not as sweet.
Tommy stole my bag though. Fuck him. I'll never forgive him for that.
Fuck all this, right? I still remember one time I went to Food Max and
Take it to the max.
I don't know if they have that out here. I remember, right? And I remember I found waffle crisps on sale. I bought 2 boxes. 2 boxes. Left it in the pantry. I had one bowl. One bowl. I come back the next afternoon. I see both boxes of waffle crisps on the floor. You know how, like, if it's when you're done with it, you put it on the floor because you got to recycle the boxes.
Gotcha.
And I'm just like, y'all had about the fucking waffle crisps? I was like, no, we need the waffle crisps. We ate the, because my dad would buy Eggo waffle cereal, which wasn't the same thing. It was
It wasn't the same thing.
and he was like, no, we ate about the waffle crisps. And I was like, y'all ate about the fucking waffle crisps. And this is like when they still had the tons of sugar in it. And I was just like,
That motherfucker lie.
I was like, I bought that. They was like, no, Daddy bought this. No, I bought that. And I bought 2 boxes because I figured y'all want some. Y'all ate both boxes. I had 1 bowl. My little brother came, man, that waffle crisp. He's like, I need the Eggo waffle. I was like, no. Here go the Eggo waffle box. They were still full. And that waffle crisp was gone. My sister, oh, yeah, I saw we had waffle crisp. I had like 2 or 3 bucks.
I
Your
would
family.
fight them. I would fight them.
We had cereal hierarchy. Everyone got a box.
They
so we were cool.
said, just go back to the store and get some more. Went back to the store,
None.
gone.
Discontinued.
No,
likely.
you know how, like, okay, so this table we're on, right? Mm-hmm. It was like the box was lined up to this table, all right? For those who don't know, it was probably like this wide, right?
6 foot table, yeah.
Right? 6 foot table. And probably 3-4 feet wide. I went gone. Not even a crumb. Not even nothing. The whole
Not
section.
even like a.
Not a crisp.
Not a crisp.
Not a crisp to be had. Not a crisp to be had.
gone.
Not a single fruit.
not a
went in the-
morsel.
I went in the back. I asked the dude. He was like, "Any more? No, ain't no more waffle crisp." It's how you know. I took the last box. He worked there.
That son of a bitch.
He said, "If I can't have it, no one can."
He was like, I was like, well, when do you think you gonna get some more in? I've been wondering that for years. I worked here 3 years. I've been wondering that for a long time. So that waffle
Damn.
was gone.
How long ago was this?
It was some years.
Well, because the thing was, they brought it back, and it was in the big multi-meal bags.
Yeah.
Like, it was like a knockoff cereal bag. And I had, like, my 2 bowls.
Yeah.
I took some to Tommy because he'd never had it, and I left it there by accident. He ate the whole motherfucker. Of
course.
He didn't save it for me. He didn't bring it back. He was here 4 times before the time he finished
He
it.
didn't know how good it was.
Right. Well, no, he knew. But Tommy's a single child. He's the only child. So he operates like everyone runs everything around him because he was the golden little baby, and I was the youngest of 4, where I had to scrap and fight for everything I
You know,
wanted. All my life, I had to fight.
Raisin Bran.
TJ
was good.
Raisin Bran's all right. I actually enjoy
That's
Raisin Bran.
mom. Yeah. You got siblings?
I do.
What number are you?
So, I mean, how in depth do I? Okay, so
Middle child. Where you at? Are you middle child?
What
youngest?
is your oeuvre in your ranking? Because you could be the oldest, but be a middle child, technically.
I am Oh, okay. So this goes into some complications. I call my oldest cousin my older brother. I don't even like to say cousin. My older, but
I got you.
but I grew up my old. But technically, to my mom, I'm her second born. I'm her last born. So I'm the baby to my mom. But my dad didn't stop franchising, so I'm one of 7.
What?
My dad didn't stop franchising. That's good. Hey, stealing that. I'm gonna use that. Like, what number are you in the franchise? Not the family tree. The franchise. So same. So my dad, he had 2 kids before he met my mom. Mm-hmm. Then he had my sister and then me. So I'm his only boy. He has 3 girls and then me. So I'm the baby in that little thing, right? But then in my immediate household, my sister's the oldest. Then it's me. And then we adopted my cousin, who was my brother, at 2 weeks. So that's my brother. And I have a younger brother with her and my stepdad. But he's been in my life since I was 1. So that's my dad, right? So I'm a middle child in my immediate household. And I got to say, siblings suck. I ain't gonna lie. Like, like sharing and all that kind of stuff. Like, they stealing your waffle crisp, they breaking your video games, they stealing your toys, shit like that. Siblings suck.
It was really, so it was me, and so I would say it was my eldest brother, my older brother, and me.
Who's your cousin? Or no?
Yeah.
Gotcha.
My eldest brother, my older brother, and me for the longest time. And then it was just me and my brother, me and my older brother.
Yeah.
And then my younger brother would, pop into the equation occasionally because he didn't stay with us, but but I would say I think I kind of lucked out on the sibling front because me and my brother have very different interests.
Okay,
gotcha.
So like I like games.
Your brother was cool.
Music. He likes basketball. I liked football. Like we never really.
Okay, gotcha.
So
I
did not do hand me downs. My mom was like, nah, y'all just 2 different sizes.
We did hand me downs.
Because he was thin and like I was not. So it kind of worked out that way.
Yeah.
That said, I think the biggest thing for siblings on me, and we are 4 years apart.
Yeah.
So it's 4 years, and then to my younger brother and me, it's about 3 years,
Yeah.
and then to my and my other siblings are way younger, younger. I got like a. I don't want to go out there. I got like a 4-year-old sister. I got young, young kid.
The franchise continues.
Yeah, right.
You could have had.
You had a very serious talk the last time I was home. I said,
you would have had a cousin. You would have had a cousin uncle had you had a kid on regular time.
This shit was
on
terrible.
90s time, you would have had a cousin uncle for sure
Cousin
for your sister. Cousin auntie. I'm sorry, cousin auntie.
Because I sit there, I'm like, come on, no more of this.
And that's what your little sister would have been her cousin.
But I'd say my eldest brother, my older brother, and my younger brother, that was it was like the boys, and then
Cool.
The girls are kind of.
So no horrific waffle crisp eating stories then, huh?
No, because my brother liked Reese's Pieces.
Yeah.
I like Cocoa Puffs.
Yeah.
Or I'd like, fruit, and my mom would like Fruit Loops. That my mom's not a sweet tooth, or she's not like a traditional sweet tooth.
Okay.
But she likes she has different things. So she kind of like Fruit Loops.
Yeah.
So she would always get a box, and we never usually bleed into that because I don't fuck with Reese's Pieces, like Reese's Puffs at all.
I thought you did.
No, I don't like.
You just like the song.
Yeah, I like the song. I don't like the cereal.
Reese's Puffs.
Peanut butter. I like peanut butter. Peanut butter dominates every flavoring thing it's in. So.
Not with banana.
So I have to balance, so my things I like with peanut butter in it are a little more particular.
Gotcha.
All right.
But yeah, no, that's what I say. I was fortunate in that perspective because my mom was like, I got but we also weren't a snack household. So at the end of the day, I think the biggest thing we'd fight over, I had Capri Suns. I'll fuck up. And my mom would be like, how come y'all drank the Capri Suns already? Because I'm like, because the Minute Maid's gone, because we drank that all up too.
We drank the Sunny D. No, see, that's the thing. You asked that, and you're like, did you have a good relationship with siblings? And I can tell you right now, I love my siblings. I would do anything for my siblings. And then I'll be going with my girlfriend, and we'll be talking about something, and I'll just be like, no, it's fine. She's like, you want this treat, right? And I'm like, no, it's fine. It's cool. No, it's whatever's good for everybody. No, you want this treat, right? And I'm like, yes, get it. Yeah. Okay. And I start sobbing, and I'm like, why am I sobbing? It's like, oh, I was the lowest on the totem pole. I had to go with what everyone else was going with.
Man, fuck you. I don't give a fuck about your young ass.
That's what I'm saying. See? Because he don't fucking care, but I'm the little brother that in his house, and the little brother got away with everything, and I got away with everything. Yep. But here was the thing: you get no fucking agency. I had no. We actually had seniority. My dad called it seniority, so I was lowest on the totem pole. What's up? Oh, your mom? Okay. Well, so I'm gonna talk to you about this.
Okay.
When you're lowest on the totem pole, you don't get the things that they get. You don't get the things that you take for granted and shit. Oh, I want Eggo waffles.
Yeah.
No, you don't get Eggo waffles because we decided we're getting cereal and we're getting Fruit Loops. Okay, luckily I like Fruit Loops, but then we get Corn Pops. I don't fucking like Corn Pops.
That was from my dad.
Corn Pops fucking suck. And so when it was cereal time and then they chose Corn Pops, I had to deal with that shit. What was the other one that was bullshit? The one that tasted like coffee? Golden Grams. Fucking gold. Who's that, you?
No, it's not me.
Gold. Oh my god, who's calling?
That was me.
It's still ringing.
It's still ringing.
You didn't even come. You didn't even come. You can't just come in my house.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, man? It's good. It's a day.
I just came on just to show TJ his gift. Because I probably won't see
Well,
it.
we gotta hang up the goddamn phone. It's
I'll hang
beeping.
it up.
No, you just hang up on him. The Facebook tab.
Where is it?
Jesus Christ, Jordan, you come in and
Yeah, bro. This house is
ruin
I'm like,
everything.
He's like, is that you? I'm like, man, my phone don't vibrate.
Jesus, put it on mute. Shit, put it on mute. I'm tired of these people.
where is it?
Use the mute on the laptop. Jesus Christ.
Oh no, there it
Now
is.
you did it
I got
twice.
it.
Jesus fuck.
I got
Yes, it is Jordan. Everybody.
Hey.
I'm not gonna stay too long.
Jordan's wiener. Show it, because he's not sitting down.
What?
No, switch the. Now it's his wiener. See?
Just look at the shirt and then show the audience.
All right, let's see. Because he's been hyping up this gift.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna look at it and
Why? Oh,
audience. Real quick.
you motherfucker.
Oh, I fucking hate you. I fucking.
Show the audience. Show
I
the
fucking.
audience, goddamn.
Bro, I know you were watching the show. Fuck you.
You're welcome.
Hey, you got any extras? I definitely wear that to a fucking comedy show. I do comedy, so I definitely wear that. Ha! Two.
You know, Jordan, I really appreciate that. I do appreciate that.
Thank you.
Where'd you get that from?
I should have came here with Tommy. If I would have known Tommy would have been here.
Now Tommy's not here.
That type of
I
thing.
could drop it off with somebody.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
Oh my god! Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing.
Spit on that thing. We talked about that today too. Hell
Nah,
yeah.
he has a shirt that's the Doom font from the video game that says "come" on it. He finds weird shirts. I don't know
You do
where.
find good shirts.
No, I didn't say good. I said weird shirts.
Y'all enjoy the show.
Appreciate you.
Happy birthday, my man.
Thank you, Jordan.
I like how he's like, I'm not gonna be on the show, but he brought you a Hawk Tua shirt.
He was wearing. That's not a quick drive. I appreciate that, Jordan.
Where you driving from?
A couple minutes out, 10 minutes out, 20 minutes out. He lives out south. Ish, no, east, west, whatever. He lives a direction. Don't need to put
I don't live in
dox him.
Texas, so I don't know.
Don't need to dox. He's in town, but he's not close like he is.
Yeah.
He's not as far as Mark.
Over 10 minutes.
He's not as far as Mark.
He's over 10 minutes
Yeah, but
away.
he's not like as close as I am.
Is that for your birthday?
Yeah.
That's fine. I forgot to
Was
get
it
you
your
a
size?
present.
What's up?
Was it your size?
Yeah.
Okay. I hate when people like give you a shirt that's like 1 or 2 sizes small, and you be like, I'm not gonna wear this shit. But
Well, you know, even if it was, you know, that'd be even more of a.
You'd frame it. Hawk
to
Tua
frame it.
2024.
You
You have to wear it on a show. You have to wear it on a show now.
Okay.
Now that people have seen it,
spit on that.
You have to
thing.
wear it.
on that thing. I usually don't wear graphic tees on here.
it's time.
I don't have
Well,
a
now
lot of
you have
graphic
to.
tees.
Well, now you have a Hawk
Buy them,
Tua.
buy them. You see the Dragon
Yeah, like
Ball Z.
that's-
Because you liked it. You
I
like
do
the
like
you
it.
like a Hawk Tua. You've admitted earlier today that you like a Hawk Tua.
I bought a second one of these after the creator died because I was like, I gotta
Teriyami, yep.
Yeah. I got
Oh, you got hair krillin though.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, it's more recent. Yeah.
You got nose krillin. Fuck that shit.
I would say what other food should you have while you're here? 'Cause I'm trying to give you suggestions.
Jordan came in like a hurricane, man. He just then they got quiet all of a sudden.
I miss his absence.
Might still be ringing.
There's 3 tabs. That's why I was like, oh shit. Because I X'd out too. I was like,
How
why
are
is
you
it
on
still
Facebook
ringing?
for that many tabs?
I was like, that's
me?
yours.
Oh.
Crazy.
What kind of dipshit would do that?
So, what type of food you like?
Shit,
Oh,
everything.
actually, let's phrase. What don't you like?
Cheese.
Cheese. Okay.
Yeah.
Which is like half a Tex-Mex.
What's like? What are some good restaurants you haven't hit? What are like some must-stays that I would say?
I only hit Whataburger and
Casino
barbecue.
Terry Black's.
Terry Black's.
Casino Camino, I took him to.
Good.
He got a burger there. I'm going to take him to this birria place in San Antonio.
Yeah.
And Buc-ee's, I'm going to take him to Buc-ee's tomorrow. That's why we're going to San Antonio.
Buc-ee's. Yeah.
So you can get some brisket sandwiches or sausage on a tortilla on a stick. Or kolache. I'm going to get him a kolache at least. Dessert and meat.
Oh.
Yeah. Not together, but
I think like if it's like a Texas staple, I would still say you got to try a Whataburger burger. Actually, get the burger.
Okay.
Well, we'll go tonight, and you buy from me. You can buy me.
And then like get the
all the food.
Get the I mean,
You see how they treat me? I gotta buy it for him. He supposed to buy it for me.
I
I'm busy.
expense.
and then my recommendation would be because you don't like cheese.
But you 5
have
pounds of
to-
barbecue, you fuck.
You can customize it as much as you'd like to, but I wouldn't go with the basic Whataburger. Get something from the 4-box and just take off the cheese. It's like a
4-box?
There's a 4-box. There's a 4-box. It's all-time favorites.
Okay.
That's the patty melt. That's the
told
sweet
him
and
the patty
spicy
melt.
burger, sweet and spicy bacon burger, which is my personal go-to.
Okay.
If you get a regular Whataburger,
It's all right.
it's fine. But you got to get off the all-time favorite.
Well, he's doing the In-N-Out comparison. He's trying to do the
Very
heavy hitters.
different because In-N-Out and let me put some people on the game. In-N-Out, Michaela did not like it for a very long time
Because she's
but no,
living in
pause.
Texas. No, she's living in Texas.
No, she's from Seattle.
No, she's living in. Why is she eating? That's worse. They don't got cows in Seattle.
She like Dunkin' Donuts?
She does like Dunkin' Donuts.
Yeah, I figured.
But no, but In-N-Out is good a very certain way. That's animal style. Fuck them pickles. You need the chopped chilies. Chopped chilies are over their pickles 100%.
You need to live in a place where produce and meat are available
And
to be fresh.
And no, the In-N-Out here is fine. Once you replace their pickles, get an animal style, place chopped chili, no tomato, extra onion. It's a very good burger. And yes,
How do you like your onion? Onion or grilled onion?
yes.
Yeah.
Grilled onion. You gotta get the grilled onion.
Once I tried grilled onion, I was like, there's no ever going back. Because I don't like onion. But the grilled onion, that extra spread,
Sorry, I'm a man of all onion flavors and taste. I just
Do you want to go get a In-N-Out instead of Whataburger in Texas?
I already did that. Funny thing about it, I usually never eat In-N-Out. It's an In-N-Out by my house. I usually never eat it. I only eat it when I'm like in other places, whichever. Because the line is super fucking long.
Right.
And Whataburger fries are just better. Just like, but anything's better than In-N-Out fries.
Right. Well, no, nothing's better than In-N-Out fries in the first 2 minutes. After that, they're the worst.
trash when they come out.
They're worse than eating garbage.
I
on
never
the-
understand people say they don't like
trash.
In-N-Out fries. I'm like,
It's not that good.
They're trash.
I will. Look, In-N-Out's a burger place. It's not a fries place.
Do you like Wingstop?
Yes,
Not
of course.
Do you like their fries?
Yeah.
Okay, people say they don't like that. I'm like, y'all just don't
No,
like...
who doesn't like Wingstop
Aren't those the
fries?
ones seasoned?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are good.
Those are the season.
Those
Little
are the
sweet.
shoestrings,
Yeah.
People say they don't like it.
delicious.
It's like, I don't want sugar in my fries. I'm like, you don't like shit, do you?
No, you don't like.
What are you,
again?
12-year-old?
No.
Yeah.
Best fries out there for me personally. I like Wingstop fries. Chick-fil-A has great fries. Their waffle fries are good.
Okay. Better than Carl's Jr.?
Carl's.
You don't have your sample size for Carl's Jr. is too small. I'm sure.
No, I like Carl's. So don't speak for me, all right?
What are you
'Cause-
Where is there Carl's Jr. where you're from? There's
First-
like 5 in Texas.
First of all, we used to grow up, and in my senior year of high school, it was 30 minutes to get to a Carl's Jr. and we had an hour-long lunch. So it was 30 minutes to get there. You ordered the food, and we come back, and you'd eat it there. We had 5 minutes. We used to do it every Friday. Go to Carl's Jr. every Friday because I love the double Western bacon.
Because it's
I love it.
fucking
It's
amazing.
delicious. Has no reason being as good as it is. Now there's the one in Whitestone. Like I go to Leander and I go out of my way.
You do go to the one in Leander.
Is there a White Castle out here?
No. Oh.
It's fine.
Gross.
But you can't get them at Walmart in the frozen food section. They're not bad.
No, I don't.
better than the actual store.
I don't,
They're
want
not
the I don't want the frozen food.
No, you microwave them. They're good. They're same. It's
I
steamed
don't-
hams. That's all it is.
I don't like I really don't like White Castle in person. The frozen ones are my my ripoff. Now they don't have them here, and I don't know if they have them in San Antonio. They're North Texas. The best fast food burger, point blank period, is Brahms. Brahms is
Someone
delicious.
just said that right there. Brahms is the best fries.
Brahms has the best food.
Brahms
has
Brahms? I haven't even heard of it.
Oh, okay,
heard of
so
Brahms either.
no, so look, Brahms is
Show a picture at least.
yeah. Brahms is first of all, it's got. Let me get a Brahms menu. First of all, you can go eat like a king at Brahms on a budget.
On a budget. Love balling on
On a budget. It's a dine-in and a drive-through.
Oh, real
got
quick.
the burgers.
We're not getting the Captain America truck. Hey, I hit 7,000. Yay.
Yay, 7,000. I'm gonna unfollow you just to
Don't do that. Don't be
Just
asshole.
to
You got
fuck
the
your shit
breakfast.
up.
You got ice cream. It's a grocery store.
Oh, it looks like Culver's.
It's when you hit them burgers. Tell you right, get the double, and then you don't like cheese. Don't worry.
Bag
about
of
that.
burgers.
You got bag of burgers.
How
baby.
fat do you do? I want a bag of burgers.
Bag
How
of
many?
burgers.
Don't worry about it. It's a bag.
They got Brahms sauce on that. It's like, oh, I want the fresh market. You want meat and produce while you're there?
Fresh
you can get the
market?
whole 9.
Wait. Is this a store or is it like a restaurant?
It's a restaurant.
Yes.
That happens to
Like
have
fast food?
It's fast food that happens to have. It has a selection of ice creams It has a whole nine with their ice cream. They got
Central Fish
flavors
Co.
on flavors on flavors. You'd be like, hey, what type of ice cream cones do I want?
Do you like Five Guys?
Five Guys is a little overrated.
I
No,
bet you.
I had a Five Guys burger and it was actually pretty good, but it was like $12 for the burger.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. It's expensive.
And I'm just like, but I don't count that. I don't count Five Guys as like a fast food place because you can't just go. It's not a drive-through.
No, Brahms is a drive-through.
You have to go in and sit down. I'm like, that doesn't count. That's basically like kind of diner-ish. That's
Go
like
to
fast
Chili's.
food as diner.
Go to Chili's at that point.
No, Brahms has a drive-through. It's got a bunch of ice creams. Again, look, Tuesdays, it used to be a thing. Tuesdays, and Chad pointed it out. It's $5 burger bag. Get that burger bag.
Ooh.
You be set. But then they also got breakfast, diner breakfast, biscuits,
That's
gravy, whole
50s
nine.
prices.
They have there we go. That's a good picture of their menu. They got chili on that bitch. They got everything on there. Brahms is.
Tell me they got chili on that thing.
There you go. That's Brahms right there.
Tell me like A&W.
Right.
You
Or
know,
Sonic.
You can get a burger $5 if you want a big burger. Chicken strip dinner. And I would say when it comes to just pound for pound burger sake, next time you're in Dallas, you gotta try it. It's good.
Okay.
It's like you just get the burger and you're like, it's better than it has any right to be.
Fair.
But yeah, that's what I'd say. If I had to pick like a fast food burger,
Yeah.
I'm so glad there's not a Brahms here because I'd be fat.
Yeah.
And that's Blaxcellence Food Treats segment.
Food treats.
You have a weight goal? You have a weight goal? Weight loss goal?
No, honestly, it's really just I've actually and consistently been the strongest I've been in a very long time.
Gotcha.
So I'm just trying to
Yeah.
whip off the rest of the weight. I'm going for the big hundo, but we'll see if it.
Hey, man, I'm trying to go for Hondo too. Like I'll be like feeling real good. Like I'm mad because like I've been trying to lose weight, but I keep falling off, right? And then I keep getting Snapchat reels from me. It was like 2 years ago this, and then, like I weighed myself, and I'm like the same weight, like the same 10-pound
yeah.
range, and I'm just like, okay, I need to get this shit off. I was like, because in 2 years I've been in the same 10-pound. It was like I forgot to say it. I was like 363, 368, and like over the course of like 2 years, I'm like, I need to be out of the 360s. I was like, I want to get down to like 320, but I really want to get down out of the 300s. But I'm just like, if I could just show up and just be not in this, that would be great too. Last time I was really working and I had like dropped I think I dropped like 16 pounds in like 5 weeks or something like that. I hurt my knee. And then I was like kind of self-conscious about it because like my knee was weak, and they was like, what was you doing? I was like, working out. It was like, what do you mean? I was like running. They was like, well, why are you running? I was like, because I'm trying to lose the weight. Y'all keep saying I'm overweight. And
Why
I'm
are
like,
you running?
Pre-diabetic. It was like, was you running before? I was like, no. They was like, so you might have overdid it? Like,
That's how I feel. I literally am
Dang,
like
Kettle Fire, I was
what-
400, now 180.
hell yeah.
Did you get zemped up or what?
I just am a person who's like, to your point, it's like once you get on the wheel,
Yeah.
and I've tried not to care too much about it because I was like super hyper fitness focused for a long time. Then
Yeah.
COVID hit, and then I just kind of sat on my ass. But now it's like I have some things I want to do later in the year,
yeah.
and I'm trying to run a marathon next year, so I'm trying to make sure I can do all of those things.
Yeah, I ain't never trying to run a marathon. Like I
I hate running, but
Same.
trying to.
Well, I hate running long distance, so that's why marathons always out. Like I can run for like short distance.
Sprints?
Like football.
Easy.
Easy.
It's the football brain. It's literally
Football,
you're
yep,
like
yep.
it's like if you need me to sprint,
Yep.
sprint me up a hill, whatever.
Yep.
And
Because I don't want to stop.
And it's-
Continuous running is super hard because it's like a different mind frame.
like you have to switch the way your
Yep.
brain works. And there's some people, my mom's a cross country runner. So my
Okay.
mom is like, she'll run. My mom and my brother are runners.
Yeah.
So my mom will start running. And first of all, she does 5 miles on hills just
Yeah.
running. And I'm
Crazy.
like, Mama,
Crazy
look,
shit.
we different belt.
Yeah.
We different belt.
Yeah.
And
Where you from?
I said I'm from Texas. So
No. I mean, like, where's she from?
oh, my family's from Zimbabwe.
Okay, that makes sense.
So like, they
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna keep my mouth shut on that
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
I was
yeah.
right
Yeah,
there.
you
It was
should,
right
you should,
there.
you should, you
It was
should.
right there.
stop.
That's why you say like 5 miles like was easy. Like miles, I'm just like, what? Like he was like, where you from?
He almost said
And I-
kilometers.
No.
She runs 10 kilometers.
No, you was like, where you from? I was like, Texas. I was like, no, that's not what I mean. You know what I mean? Zimbabwe. There you go.
Yeah, but like really, honestly, what I think's been kind of skewing me over, which is why I've been a little bit more cognizant about like some of what I've been eating. I think it's my gut health, and so
what?
gut health.
Okay.
And so I'm like, my metabolism has been hella.
Got a lazy tummy, man.
Like my tummy, like for reals, it's like slowed down a hell of a lot, and I was like, let me
Yeah,
be
that
a
starts
little
to
more.
happen around this time. Yeah.
Yeah, let me be cognizant of that kind of switch up. But I know I kind of have a routine that I'm going to kick into and something I've done before that's working. So I'm just going to try that out. It shouldn't take me too long, but I'm going to try and just do it sustainably.
Yeah, I wonder if it's going to be much harder because I'm 35 now versus like when I was like 2 years younger. Like I like kind of kick up. But the weird thing about it is like I've been like going to the gym and doing like I always test like how out of shape I am, and I get on elliptical and I'm like kind of like right back where I started, where like I get on elliptical and start like at an 8 or 8 like power mode, and I can go up to like a 10. And I was like, I ain't been in the gym forever. I was like, when I first came back like a year ago, I was starting at like at a 3 like level hardness, like, and then I was like getting up to like a 4. It took me like a month and a half to get up there. It's like now I'm just starting and I'm like, this 7 is easy, this 8 is easy
Because you've been moving heavier weight for longer.
I definitely.
I don't know if it's that, or maybe because I'm teaching and like walking around more. I think the constant. So I think it's that.
Or column A, column B.
Yeah.
I think that what happens is, and I mean, it's true. Like you do lose a lot of things, but once you've been an athlete and an athletic person for a long period of time, you're never starting from ground zero.
Yeah, exactly.
So
last year felt like that for the first time. Was like I felt like I was coming off an injury. But I think the last time I did that was when I hurt myself the year prior, and I really hadn't been getting. So I think like now, like my knee is finally like over, like probably, and I stopped babying it to a certain extent. So it was like now I'm back to just normal me, and I'm like, fuck, should I start running? I'm like, well, if I start running, I'm gonna hurt my knee again. So I just do elliptical. I was like, what? So it's like all this like mind games. I'm like, I don't lose weight. I just want to lose weight. So yeah.
And it's and it's like, just like kind of trying to balance out. But I also, to be honest, and I say this the more I've had the opportunity to kind of travel outside the U.S. these last few years, the food here is just like they joke around about it. It's
full of corn syrup.
It's horrible. Because
Monsanto.
I ate the same shit in Japan and I lost weight eating the same shit.
You were also walking 7 miles a day.
No, like even like that was also the case too.
Right.
But but
in humidity. Well, it's humid here.
The biggest thing for me, the telltale sign was like my girl has IBS, stomach problems, and she was super cool there. She was like, my stomach is not hurt the entire time I was here. And I was like, damn, they're really sabotaging us here.
Yeah.
Right. We also don't eat fresh fish for half our meals, which would be delicious.
There's
I'm a little mad about that.
It's not. They don't have healthy food. I would not say that.
Oh no, I'm just saying fish is delicious, and they have a lot of.
They have an option. You have an option. I would say that's the other thing. Like you have an option for something like that, and like let's say it's late night here, and you're like, hey, I want to snack. I want to eat some. Your options are terrible.
Yeah, their portions are human over there too. And everything's like the appropriate size.
No, it's actually big.
Really?
Yeah, I had like.
I just drank a giant glass thing of Coke, and I don't think this is the appropriate size.
Nah, I mean, I would say like the portion sizes were pretty, especially if you're getting ramen bowl. That's just huge. But the one thing was like, hey, at like 4 a.m. you can still get sushi. At 4 a.m. you can still get some like reasonable. So it just felt like, I don't have to resort to the lowest common denominator no matter what time I'm eating,
like
no matter what time I'm doing it. No, that's okay.
It's on my mind.
Like
that's
3 of them. He wants to end just so we can get to that.
I mean, I don't want to end. I like this. It's pretty cool, but that is like eventually we won't go there.
He said, he's like,
no, eventually you're gonna take me. Is what he's saying. No, we're gonna go there. You're gonna take me.
We can do this the easy way or the easy way.
Get mad at me for not paying for your honey butter chicken biscuit addiction and shit.
I like being treated.
I've been serving. You've been sitting on the couch. I've been serving you lunch and dinner.
No, what it is it's the middle child in me where like sometimes I used to like overlook shit like that where like the older person got it, and then like, so you can't be doing this, you gotta set an example for your younger brothers. So it'd be like, so they would always get treated, so I just miss that. So it like kind of brings me back to
and younger child's like, hey, I'll do anything for you, older siblings.
We're not talking about you. We're not talking about you right now.
Older, see? No, we don't listen to the young middle siblings. What do they have to say?
Because like nobody listens to the middle child.
They don't say anything.
Nobody listens to the middle child. Yes, we do. We say important stuff all the time. You just don't listen.
What? What about middle children? They don't say shit. They don't say anything of worth of value at all.
That's the younger brother.
The younger brother, yeah. What? We talking about younger brothers? Their voices are amazing.
You know how many times I was told not to come on Yellow Brothers?
Oh my gosh, that's probably a lot.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Because also like
he got told things. We got ignored. We just had to do our own devices.
I got ignored, fool. I got told to don't do this, and then they just
look at you expressing feeling. Huh? Look at you express. I wasn't allowed to express feeling because I was the youngest. I had to shut the fuck up. Look at you expressing. Look at you being loud.
No.
What a luxury it is to be loud.
I had a weird setup.
I'm expressing now because I couldn't express then.
Only middle child. You have middle child vibes. You don't have no younger child vibes.
Yeah, I'm not
You're middle child vibes. You're almost only child vibes the way you act with your books in the rain. You fucking dork.
Today is a good day for a book.
right?
Mother, what do we have in this
Mother,
study?
no.
What do we have in this study?
No, because once again, Zimbabwe cuisine is European or English, I should say. So he's over here. Mother, when are the tea and crumpets ready?
I like tea, bitch. All right.
I'm going to read this because motherfucker's eating crumpets.
Tea and bread is
he knows
delicious.
He knows how to make crumpets.
I do know.
And he's yet to make me crumpets.
And use golden honey. It's
See, look, he knows
thing.
exactly.
It's delicious.
He knows how to make crumpets.
All right. But I also know how to stomp out a motherfucker too. So shut up. All right.
I'll fight you over some fucking crumpets, you
They're
fucker.
good. You toast them. They're not as sweet as you think.
He eats canned beans.
I do eat canned beans.
He eats that Heinz.
Heinz beans are good. Beans for breakfast are delicious.
I'm gonna undo his whole thing.
Want some beans?
He just
Some beans. Shout out to Robo Jr. because I remember he had the joke about that. He's talking about Idris Elba was always like eating beans because he's European. I thought he was Stringer Bell, and he was talking about you just like some beans.
Beans are good. Heinz beans.
Yeah.
Heinz beans, onions, tomato.
Frijoles are good. Yes, you're right.
No.
European beans are terrible.
No, like, look, you can't get the can of Heinz beans and do nothing to them. That's not how it works. You gotta, zhuzh them up a little bit.
You should not be having that teal colored ass beans.
Yeah,
Fuck
it's delicious. Look,
that.
Michaela's gotten it before, and it's macro friendly.
A white woman?
Days.
Yes, a white woman eating British beans. Yeah, that makes sense.
This whole podcast, I was wondering what race your girlfriend was. I'm not even gonna lie. So she's white? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay, cool.
Hey, I'm just saying, Jiffy cornbread. That's more of a breakfast food.
Yeah.
Jiffy cornbread.
Hold on level.
Exactly.
I've dated. How to put it? I think I'm dating every race, and so we just knocked out all the colors.
No, I mean I got you. I was just wondering.
Yeah, no.
This is where he landed.
No, hey, there's no slender over here. I was just wondering. I was just asking.
No.
Corday was trying to find. Corday was hitting on every white girl he saw at 6th Street last night. Not everyone, but
just the bartender.
Just the bartender and the 6'1" and the 6'1" Mount Everest of a woman.
Thick ass chick.
She was Nordic.
Yeah, well,
that's how big she was.
Well, there was several chicks. There was the bartender who I told her specifically I was gonna come back to say hi and flirt with you, so I can get your number. I didn't do it, and because I realized midway through, I think she's into girls.
That was an option.
It's Austin, so
yeah.
And the second one, Corday saw she was tall, and he was like,
no, that was the third one I saw. That was the third one I saw because the first chick, as we was crossing the street, I was like, "Hey, let's make sure that we get across the street. Make sure these ladies get across the street." Like just saying, like, and then this older woman just said, "You're one of the nicest people I have ever met," and just gave me like a cool little smile. And I was like, "God damn, this woman is gorgeous." And then we was at the next stoplight to cross the street, and then that's when I looked back and I saw that tall ass, thick ass white woman who was inside, and also where the fine older chick just walked in. And then Sam was like, "What are you thinking?" I was like, "I think we're gonna go in here real quick. Like, I'm gonna go say hi."
That bar looks nice.
Yeah, that bar looks nice. Right. Nice. He was like, "You about to go talk to the tall, thick one?" I was like, "Yep." And then I got at the older chick too. I just wanted to ask her name because as I walked up, her friend was already like kind of pulling her. Like, no. I was like, I just want to ask her name. I'm not trying to get her. I see you guys are all married. Like, I already know what the deal is. Like, I was like, "Hey, what's your name?" She's like, "Oh, it was like I think it was like Clara." She was like, "Hey, it's Clara." And then, because I remember before that, I went up to the tall chick, the tall, thick-ass white girl who was trying to talk to a skinny-ass white dude.
She was taller than me.
Who had no interest in her. Who had no interest in her at all because, like, his friend was there with...
Tall girls have it tough.
I know. That's why I was getting at her. You tall and thick? Oh, one of my jokes is, like, I'm single, and I date tall chicks. Because they're single too. That's like literally, that's like right there. It's like
tall girls have it tough.
She was tall and thick and trying to talk to a white dude who was not into her. I could tell that he was playing wingman for his homie who was like, because her homegirl. It's funny because her homegirl was tall too, but she was like, she was like,
she was
slender, but she was like 6'1", and the dude was probably 6'2", and the other dude was probably like
6'5", yeah,
like 6 foot.
Tall. I think I was tall as fuck,
right? And then the chick was like 6'3", 6'4".
Yeah, she with heels on, she was taller than me.
Like, and she was thick as hell.
Stacked. Lady stacked. That's a fact. Aiden holding nothing back.
Thick as hell. And then I'm like tapping her on the shoulder because I see the dude who she keeps looking at keeps walking off and staring at the other skinny ass short chicks who are out here. I'm just trying to help you out. And I tapped her. She's like, and I'm just like, all right, bitch, you ain't gonna give me the time of day. Neither is the white dude who you here with. So you might as well talk to me because I'm actually a person of interest. Because I almost said this. I was gonna be like, you might be rude and you don't want want to talk to me, but that white dude who you trying to talk to ain't gonna give you the time of day.
Dude.
You just come over here, at least have a conversation with me. And the other chick was like, oh my God. And I was like, bitch, nobody even talking to your ugly ass. Because it was 3 chicks and one was ugly. And the other
I didn't even notice the third one.
I did. I peeped the whole situation. I didn't see the third one. Yeah, I know, because you don't peep game. You don't look at the surrounding. I'm like a fucking lioness out there hunting for gazelle. Exactly. Because I told you to hold back. I got this shit. You know?
You were solo mission.
I was Black Bushing it up. He's like, everybody keeps talking about what's going on with the war. What's going on? He's like, I got that shit under control. We going to Mars, bitches, and that's how tall that chick was. She was way up there at Mars. I had my spacesuit on, and I was trying to go full up there, and she keep looking down. They look for Neil Armstrong.
I have to live vicariously through him.
Dude,
yeah.
No, that girl's vagina was like a 1940s diners. No colors, no dogs, no Mexicans, and that shit, man. It was bad.
She was like,
she was visibly uncomfortable by his presence.
Yeah,
and that being said, you were wearing a backpack in the club, which was a little weird.
So what?
He was doing comedy shit. I was wearing my goddamn Godzilla shirt. I looked like a dumbass. I had no game on me, so I was like, I'm out.
And she was like,
I can't even wingman. I can't even wingman.
Because I tapped her on her arm. I was like, excuse me. And then she was like, and I was like, I just got up because I saw how uncomfortable she was. And her friend was like, yeah, what was that about? And I was about to say, bitch, nobody was talking to you. But I didn't want to be rude. And then that's when I got up and walked over to the older chick who said I was one of the nicest people she ever met. And that's why I was sitting there and they was all dancing and stuff like that. And I saw she had a ring on her finger. And I was like, she was super cute, super fine, stuff like that. She looked like probably like 40 something, which I'm into. And I just want to ask her name. And then her friend was kind of like, no, it's pulling away. I was like, I just want to ask her name. I'm not trying to death you. I'm not trying to ruin your night. I see her out and about. That's when I asked her name. She's like, oh, hey, like, oh, I'm sorry. Like, hey, my name is, Clara. And I was like, hey, Clara, my name is Corday. The rest of y'all ladies, y'all have a good night. And I walked out.
And then we heard a bachata version of Not Like Us, and we danced in the street.
Oh, that shit was dope. That shit was dope. It was the first time. It was dope.
They not like us. They not like us.
I was like, oh, shit. I'm like going and shit like that. And then a few other female Latinas saw me. They was like, hey. I was like, hey. And Sam was like, no, we're going to get some food. And I was like, all right, whatever.
Y'all had a little adventure.
A little adventure. Plus seeing...
You went to Coyote Ugly, bought a shirt for some reason?
Yeah, I just wanted to buy a shirt. Yeah.
You just wanted to buy a shirt from Coyote Ugly?
The funniest shit was, right, the dude was like, he was like, hey, we got women dancing on the
we got $4 beers and women dancing on the bar.
And I was like, ain't no women dancing on the bar right now? And he was like, huh. And I was like, yeah, dude. I was like,
don't lie to me.
Don't lie to me.
But it normally happens.
I was like, I can see. There's no
I will say it normally happens.
No, yeah. but that said, then we go to the bar and the girls that would be dancing looked like fucking like 12th graders. Like they looked they look young to me.
They look 23.
They were young though. They were like they did not look. They looked like short and small. One had tattoos. That was the only way that you could tell she was old enough. For anything. And it was just tattoos. I felt bad. I felt bad being there. I'm like, you don't have to do this, ladies. I'm sorry.
No, because I obviously.
Well, you're a sex pervert.
No, this don't listen to this motherfucker. This is like they look like fresh out of college, or they probably went to junior college, all right? So they had like several different tattoos, but they would look like they was getting at the guy who worked there because they was trying to get free drinks out of him. That's what was going on. He was
not those girls. I meant the bartenders, not the.
Oh, I ignored them.
Oh, those are the ones that dance on the bar.
Well, I thought okay.
No, because there was 2 other kind of hoochie girls that were there.
Yeah, I was looking at the hoochie girls.
Yeah, and they were talking to
the hoochie girls was gonna get up on there.
They were talking to an old white man, like. Old white.
They're trying to get weird. They're trying to get banged.
Yeah,
exactly. So that's what
they were like. Yeah, they were like 21.
But there was like a chick who was like 19 with glasses and stuff like that. Only thing I asked for her is to get a shirt and a shot glass. And then there was like a black girl who was there, and like she looked cool. Like she looked like this is my job. I'm just doing my job. I was like, you know,
I'm a Coyote Ugly girl. It's cool.
I'm an ex-bartender from around
on a Wednesday
night. Who's worked on the street? It's like
because you've heard of the B team or the strip club, but have you heard of the Wednesday night Coyote Ugly bartender? That's not. They're bad. They're not bad. They're just like
she's like, which one do you want? Like
the Sunday.
So I was just like,
yeah. She also read books.
I worked in bars like at age 18, 19. So I hey, get your money, homegirls. Get your money.
Go and get your money.
Well, I think it's
I ain't judging.
Yeah, it's about that time. No, but
go and get your money. Go and get your money.
I was like, Corday, thank you for coming through. And you're always well. I mean, I'm not. I can't tell you. You're always welcome on Blaxcellence. Come through anytime, but come through to Austin more often. Don't be a stranger.
I'll try. I'll come once a year. Or something like that.
And hopefully, next time you come through, try and aim it to time around when the comedy festivals come through because the clubs just pop off around then. So.
Yeah, but then it's hard to get on shows and shit like that.
Can I say the N-word now? It's my time.
No,
Tommy gave me the pass. I'm allowed.
I'm gonna get your ass kicked. You know what? Tommy's gonna make you not get paid, not get any chicken sandwiches bought.
If I say it.
Yeah. Also, Tommy gonna have me lose my job. I can't be out here. He don't do that.
Yeah.
But no, thank you for coming through.
By the way, Jiffy Cornbread. Shout out. Jug Almighty Jiffy Cornbread.
Jiffy Cornbread's really good, but there's a brand. I mean, ask me
No,
in the
we're
Discord.
not. No, you're not.
No, I said-
there's no other brand.
I said ask me
Crusties. Fuck Crusties. Crusties can eat my butt.
No, ask me in the Discord. I'll let you know which one it is.
All right.
But no, thank y'all so much for coming through.
Hell yeah.
It was really, I mean, it was more of an introspective on Mr. Cordell over here, so I appreciate the thought process.
No problem, man.
Thank you for letting me be black today.
And that's not
nobody
what
did that.
happened.
That's not what happened.
But you were allowed on the show.
Yeah.
So that happened.
Allowed? This is my fucking house. I'm allowed to do anything I want. Shit.
Boy, you.
I'm gonna do a Blaxcellence without you, and it's just gonna be me.
Oh, I don't know
It's
how
gonna
that
be
land.
It's gonna be me.
I don't think that land
It's
well.
gonna be me with this do rag on.
I would.
Call that a cultural
On
appropriation.
Patreon.
that
I'm
we're not.
pretty sure I would never come back on the show.
On Patreon. Sign up to our Patreon to see me do that episode.
Yeah,
But thank y'all for coming through so much.
I'll speak
Really
jive.
appreciate the time, and I hope y'all guys. I hope y'all guys have a great rest of your evening. And I'm pretty sure I'm gonna get lectured by my mom after this show.
Is your mom yelling at you?
No, she was like, "Yo, Grandpa's been here for days from Africa, and you've not called once." And I said, "It's been 2 days. It's
It's
been
like, I could call him in Africa.
That's it. I was
I
like,
got anytime minutes.
it's not
lady.
even like I didn't just talk. You were just there, and I just talked to him, so it wasn't that
Right.
long ago. But we out.
Are we?
Oh,
I muted it. It's still ringing to this day.
my bad. Yeah, yeah. Boop, boop, boop.